to be.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna like get to metaphor at some point, but I've gotta deal with Sparking Zero first. Like, I'm still unlocking characters. I'm still trying to like get through the story mode, and just because I'm trying to do completionist on it, I've been stuck on this one goddamn like, well, actually these two goddamn maps for like 3 days now because I already beat them, but there's a like alternate win that gets you like a different scene. And I cannot beat them fast enough in order to like get the unlock on it, which is really quite frustrating.
Yeah.
And it's entirely a skill issue. It's entirely just that I'm getting bodied by like I'm not able to beat those like opponents fast enough. And it's a skill issue, right? It's not like the game is being unfair or I'm just bad. So.
Oh, also, I started my new game plus because I want to get the last Persona.
Oh, nice.
Um,
So what you're saying is Elle's ahead of you.
Yeah.
You did it, Elle.
back
You're
at the
ahead.
beginning.
no, she's not.
You started a new game, therefore
No.
she is ahead.
She is currently
New-
farther
new-
in the story than you are.
New game plus is further ahead than anywhere in new game.
I
Yes,
don't
it
know
is.
about that.
Categorically,
It seems
yes.
unlikely.
And it seems like you're reaching there, pal.
Nope.
I mean, what's your
And
calendar
also-
date right now? Like,
I beat the game first.
What's your calendar date?
I beat the game first.
incorrect. I beat the game first.
Between Elle and I beat the game first.
I mean, does that mean I beat the game second, considering if Inu did it first?
I mean, I beat P5 original before you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
well,
pretty
we're
sure
talking
she
about
did.
Royal right now, so.
But Sarge
And that
definitely
was
beat
when-
Royal second, yeah. And then I think it was Baz. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty sure Baz beat it.
Look, you only finished because I was playing.
So that means really
Yes.
Matsu came in 4th place, but does anybody really talk about 4th place?
No.
No. Only 1st, 2nd, and 3rd usually, so...
You speaking from experience there, champ?
Yeah,
Damn-
I mean, I finished
damn
4th in my
right.
own damn life, so I speak from plenty of experience.
Game not capturing. What the fuck?
Look, I'm an only child, and I still come in 4th, so I think I know at least a bit about what I'm talking about, you bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I had to delete it. I think. Is that why it's not
Wait,
working?
what did you delete?
Hang on.
Professional
Baldur's Gate is not
streamer.
showing.
I like Bio's comment already.
Oh yeah, I
Come
saw
on,
it. Yeah.
guys. You already trolled
is it?
Matsu hard enough last week to try and break
I
There's
don't-
never
sorry.
enough trolling in this group. Are you fucking for real?
What-
break his brain this early.
What did we troll you with last week? I don't remember.
That I
you
was
were trying to
always the
convince me,
warlock-based
yeah.
one.
No, that was
Yeah.
like 3 weeks ago.
That was a while ago. That
It was
was
a
3 weeks
time-
ago.
Time-wise, it was a while ago. And Bio unfortunately said last week. What he should have said was last session.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was like. What did we do during ATO? I don't remember trolling you during ATO. What?
I am not trolling. I am Bexy.
Times-
Times
yeah.
relative concept.
Yeah.
Fair. So previously, Natsu calls in from a tin can at the bottom of the ocean because his electricity exploded while he was at work. While Natsu's PC begins to boot up, it's explained that the game has somehow found even more new ways for multiplayer to not function, as Inu walks the class through the quantum physics equation necessary to trick the game into allowing the group to load into their pre-existing campaign. Yeah, that's fixed now, so fun story. As tends to be the case when they have idle minds, the group turns to talking about storybooks for children featuring cool animals and horrific intergalactic war crimes. On the topic of teenagers being forced to do crimes, everyone then begins to dunk on Natsu for his total inability to beat P5 ever. Something he
It wasn't my
swears will be
inability.
remedied on threat of murdering God with his bare hand should any deity get in his way.
Yes. And also, it was not my inability to finish it. It was my inability to dedicate time to finishing it.
Skill issue.
And technically speaking, you still haven't, because Bio said
I beat
P5.
it.
Not Bio said P5 there, not P5R, and you've not technically beaten Persona 5.
Well, we didn't talk about Persona 5 last session. We talked about Persona 5 Royal in the last Baldur's Gate session.
Fortunately for Natsu, however, he's soon able to turn the tables in a 180-degree fashion to his side, where they would stay, as he begins to relentlessly dunk on Elle for her utterly non-existent ability to cheat at darts. Once the recap ends, the group lay down for the night to heal their IED wounds, only to miraculously not get interrupted for once, despite a quick save at the start of the resting animation. With everyone rested up, they begin their daily spell rituals before Sarge is reminded that Natsu has forsaken the path of the bard and subsequently curses his soul to eternal damnation. While Sarge is busy reading Natsu the riot act for giving up the barding life, real rich coming from the guy who only picked up the loot for clout, Inu tries to show Elle a funny trick, only to end up flabbergasted that Karlak somehow isn't able to pick up his scrawny-ass noodle of a character. Now ready for action once more, the group begins to set out for the Gauntlet of Shar to figure out what the hell they're doing next, until they suddenly find themselves accosted by a talking rat. Not sure what the rat's deal is, aside from it probably being pissed because of that one rat that Natsu 360 no-scoped the prior session. Inu asks why it would be so pissed over one dead rodent, only for everyone to end up even more confused when the talking rat implies that all of the rats swarming around the Shar temple used to be a one dude named Lithandor, meaning Natsu basically MLG'd a Zygarde cell earlier. Not really sure what to make of any of this, Inu agrees to let rats be, as Natsu then goes off to explain what the hell is actually going on, since the game fucked everyone out of said explanation for no reason last session. Basically, Invisible Jackass made a devil deal with the devil. Invisible Jackass had to kill all the dudes in the Shar temple if he wanted to leave said temple, and Devil is the devil and thus turned one of the dudes into a swarm of rats without telling Invisible Jackass, so he'd never have to uphold the deal. Typical devil bullshittery, really. With the backstory who we weren't allowed to have out of the way, Inu wanders off to look at some random magic altars and happens to find a use for one of the gems Karlak kept insisting the group needed for some reason. Placing said gem then ends up summoning a secret magic elevator that floats the group down to an even more secret portion of the secret Shar temple, before they're then stopped by a giant door that can't be opened without some MacGuffins and a blood ritual. Not being able to progress through the blood door for the moment, the group heads back up to the previous floor so they can go look for a bunch of trials to acquire the MacGuffins in question. A couple minutes of searching later, and the group happens upon the Trail of Soft Stepping, which promptly causes 3/4 of the group to rotate backwards to stare at a hole through Karlak's skull until she dejectedly leaves the room. Or stare a hole through Karlak's skull. Not 10 steps into the room, Inu's character suddenly hears a mysterious voice in her head asking if she could be a deer and lend a gallon of blood, which of course results in her dumbass immediately pulling out a giant knife to nearly cut her own fingers off with zero hesitation to fill a nearby bowl with her blood. She may be a moron, but let no one say she's a stingy neighbor. With the door into the stealth trial now open and Inu somehow not bleeding out on the floor, he and Natsu begin trying to path a way through the maze without getting spotted by the weird shadow blobs that patrol the place.
Sorry.
Okay, random Digimon!
That's my ringtone.
It was so distorted and low.
You didn't write. Oh, wait, no, you don't have a
No,
childhood.
he doesn't have a childhood.
Yeah.
Wow, this tactical view sure is tactical. Natsu, having certified the archer class is really made up of archers moment. As Natsu tries to Metal Gear his way through the stealth zone, everyone else passes the time by talking about how Nintendo can't help but Nintendo, no matter how painfully obvious it is that they're doing a Nintendo.
Yeah.
Having now
That was
successfully
last time.
cheated their way through the first Shar trial by the power of Become Unsightable, most of the group begins to make their way over to the next trial before they end up having to turn back around with an annoyed sigh after Inu chose to fuck off on his own again and wound up walking into a platoon of angry skeletons. For what it's worth, Inu does end up being called a rancid donkey scrotum by the lead skeletal as comeuppance for annoying the others. Midway through fighting the platoon of calcium warriors, Elle gets bored and absentmindedly starts to kill the viewers from her stream's chat via platypus-induced alcoholism. Inu then recounts a tale about how he, quote, can see the future, except instead of being able to tell whether or not Gohan will ever actually do crap, despite being the strongest guy, spoilers, nah, Inu's future sight is restricted solely to knowing the exact expiration date of other people's equipment warranties without even looking at them. Annoyed grumbling, hey Karlak, that guy's still alive. I know, it's a problem! Well, at least now she's actually being honest about it. Not long after this, everyone begins to quote grumps at each other, which is typically a good sign that a bout of normal combat has gone on for a bit too long, only to end up cutting themselves off with cheers upon finishing off the last skeleton, only to get cut off again. Once doing so ends up triggering a short cutscene of a nearby wall opening up to reveal a 12-foot-tall slaughterhouse-looking ass meat golem. With no one wanting to go anywhere near the fucking hulking mass of cobbled-together muscle, Inu's character, of course, walks directly up to the thing to ask to speak with its manager. Said manager to be spoken to turns out to be some evil-ass Sith Lord-looking-ass necromancer named Balthazar, who starts getting pissy that a true soul, whatever that means, doesn't know who the hell he is. Not really caring much for Darth Balls' tone, Inu decides to use his unparalleled knowledge of bardology to bring up an actually famous guy named Balthazar, who Balls is quick to clarify is the guy he stole the name and bones of. Balls then tries to order the group into helping him retrieve some kind of ancient relic that grants invulnerability or whatever, and after a quick reply of yeah, over the idea of just taking the relic for the group's use, Inu instead tells Balls to go fuck himself as he leaps over the table to throttle his fat neck. As you'd expect from Inu's character at this point, however, the decision wasn't really all that well thought out, as Inu was soon quick to realize that he was the only one in the room of enemies, which are nearly all before him in turn order, so, you know, the usual. Deciding to press the overwhelming advantage, Balls wrenches himself free from Inu's grasp and charges directly at him just to run directly past him, directly out of the room, where he ends up taking nearly 70 fucking damage in a single hit, because the dumbass, for whatever reason, decided to run past the Guardian stance Natsu instead of just punching Inu in the face. Well, he's about as smart as your average Sith Lord, I guess. With pretty much everyone agreeing that they'd rather forget this just happened, Karlach does the group a favor by casually walking over to get rid of what little health Balls has left after Natsu wildermithing the absolute fuck and cuts him clean in half with her giant sword. Oh, can I be the one to kill the flesh golem? Sure, knock yourself out. Yes, alright, just sit back and watch. Whiff. Natsu, do you at least have any fire damage so it doesn't punch us all? No. Ugh. Once everyone is finished getting thrown across the room by the giant slaughter golem so they can't burn it to death, they begin the usual ritual of rifling through all the shit in Balls' room in search of anything worth a damn. With the necromancer's room unsurprisingly lacking in anything of worth, the people who aren't necromancers themselves, or two people who aren't necromancers themselves, the group decide to get some value out of the shit and thereby using Balls' fancy bed for a photo shoot. No, I couldn't come up with a less weird way to say that. With Balls' bachelor pad having been a bust, the group finally resumed their search for the Shar Temple, for the other trials they need to progress, which leads to Natsu finding a prayer altar devoted to her not long after. Upon inspecting the prayer altar, Natsu is caught off guard when he's given the options of religion, pray at the altar, and warlock, pray at the altar, lie. And figuring he has nothing to lose, he decides to try and fake pray to Shar so that he can steal her blessings. I'm sure Shart would just be thrilled about this one. Via the warlock powers he gained by selling his soul for money. It quickly turns out that Shar isn't having any of that shit in her house, however, since as soon as Natsu goes to roll his dice, she slaps that shit right the fuck out of the air with a critical fail, which causes Natsu to begin reflexively vomiting everywhere on instinct. Once Natsu's cleaned himself up and re-rolled into a less embarrassing result, everyone starts walking over to the Shar statue to demand handouts, one after another, starting with Sarge, who uses his warlock powers that he's definitely always had, shut up Natsu, to steal some blessings as well, albeit with his own significantly less embarrassing re-roll attempt. With the warlock who's definitely never been a cleric before, shut up Natsu, now finished at the altar, Elle finally steps up for her turn at getting some handouts, wherein she proceeds to bookend the bit by getting a critical success in a single shot to counterbalance the soul-evaporatingly embarrassing crit fail that Natsu started the group off with. With their business now finished, at the prayer altar, it's at this point that Inu and Sarge both actively begin to try gaslighting the absolute fuck out of Natsu with a repeated insistence that Sarge has never once been a cleric this playthrough, and definitely hasn't been a warlock for only the past hour and 50 minutes. As Natsu wasn't able to get any backup from Bio, since he unfortunately wasn't able actively to take notes to look through to look through at the time for several reasons. Natsu instead has no choice but to disappear into the ether for the foreseeable future as he begins fact-checking the matter himself in the background, as is the morally correct thing to do.
You're goddamn right.
Meanwhile, Karlak gets into a fight with a bunch of ghost stingrays that all explode simultaneously because she punched one of them in the face that hard. Then, those two gaslighting dicks try to drag Bio into their machinations to destroy Natsu's sanity, which enrages Bio so thoroughly that he begins to openly wish for Natsu to return with receipts to slam down on the table and completely annihilate their charade from the ground up.
That doesn't stop them from continuing on with it, though.
With Natsu now essentially playing the part of Doctor Strange as he sits unmoving and looks through every piece of archive footage available to him to find the one clip he needs to be proven correct, Inu and Sarge both kinda just shrug and wander off on their own in search of shit to steal or more puzzles to flounder their way through.
Sarge Namu, I have come to bargain.
Upon approaching the room labeled as containing a so-called self-same trial, however, Natsu instantly snaps out of his time stone trance to say, before any of you even think about going in there, strip.
Strip, yep.
Not really sure what to make of the order they were just given. Everyone confusedly removes all their clothes and weapons, which even prompts their characters to comment on how uncomfortable the situation is. As Inu's character once again tries to slice off all her fingers before she happened to see another blood bowl halfway into the room. With the door to the trial now open, the group cautiously sneak their way in to see what awaits them, only to find themselves confronted with phantoms of a time long past as the game instructs them to kill their clonuses so that they may earn their passports into hell once more. After taking a moment to fight back their resurging PTSD over their last visit to Sarge's house, the group takes a moment to center themselves before realizing that there are now two Karlak that they need to worry about dying to in this fight. For its part, Inu's clonus turns out to do a remarkable job of staying true to the spirit of his dumbass character when it starts the fight by casting shut the fuck up on 3/4 of the party at once, with Natsu's current absence, meaning literally everyone, only to then immediately choose to break concentration on it for no actual reason, so it can then run 5 feet away to hide behind a nearby pole. Now that's some method acting right there. It's here that Sarge finally cracks open the info tab on the clonuses to find that they really are just clonuses, when it turns out that fighting any of them that aren't your own is just a terrible idea, since every hit you make on someone else's tanks your stats. Now aware that only he can fight his own clonus, Sarge stances up to throw down, and since he's definitely been a warlock this entire playthrough, shut up, Natsu, proceeds... Sarge puts the hours, all 2 of them, he's ever spent with the class to good use by choosing to punch his resistant tiefling clonus in the face with fire magic instead of just shooting the damn thing with a fucking eldritch blast. That he seriously thought he was capable of gaslighting when this is the best performance he had to back his claims is almost sad.
I mean, for his part, I obviously wasn't paying attention at that time, and I was still time walking, so he got away with it.
It's at this point, after Sarge has thoroughly embarrassed himself, that Natsu finally comes home with the milk and slams the receipt down on the table, while Bio likewise throws L under the bus to make a point at how foolish Sarge was for thinking she was in on the bit the whole time, despite the fact that she can barely even keep track of what her character does. Everyone then bemoans the game's lack of party teleportation pyramids, which is the one thing I'm willing to give that game as being a genuinely good idea. When the now rematerialized Natsu discovers that he's locked out of the room until the passport application trial is completed, Natsu then takes a leisurely stroll over to the trial entry hall to see if there was a way to get into the combat room, and effortlessly picking the level 20 super door, he triumphantly slams the door open to announce his arrival, only to be met with the sight of 2 Karlaks locked in a rapid-fire machine gun punch duel, as if they were just goddamn JoJo characters. With everyone's eyes now locked on the intruder to the invite-only brawl clonus, Karlak takes the opportunity to dip like a fucking coward as she uses some smoke from a prior explosion to slip out of Elle's sight. Not exactly amused with this blatant display of cowardice, Natsu decides to abuse the loophole of him not having gotten a clonus of his own, and by extension, not having to worry about suffering the debuff from hitting any that weren't your own, and begins to open firing on everything in sight because Shar really should have installed better locks on this place. Now thoroughly terrified of Natsu's shotgunning of everything that moves, Inu's Clonus decides to actually use Shut the Fuck Up properly this time, before then remembering its method acting roots and choosing to Misty Step directly into its own silence bubble, just to not even have enough movement left to get back out of said bubble afterwards. With this being the expected level of intelligence the Clonus are expected to work with from their designated healer, it shouldn't surprise anyone that they all died just a couple minutes after this. With the Clonus threat now dealt with and the receipts found and now properly framed above his fireplace, Natsu takes a moment after combat to explain that while removing their equipment was necessary to avoid getting curb stomped, he purposefully neglected to mention that everyone could have put it back on as soon as the Clonuses had actually spawned, because screw those gaslighting pricks. Not that I hadn't worked that out anyway and just decided not to because it was time-consuming. Now moving further into the temple, the group soon find yet another trial room, which of course leads to yet another attempt by Inu's character to remove all of the fingers from her hand. With the Faith Leap trial, these names really are a bit on the nose, huh? Now active, it takes everyone all of 3 seconds to realize that it's literally just Morty's Gen 2 gym puzzle. At which point, it's effortlessly solved just as quickly, and that's without being able to just auto-path to the end like you apparently originally could.
Yep.
With that challenge already finished, the group, once again, meaning just Inu, wanders off in search of more things to loot, which leads to them walking face first into a library full of justiciars, which has a permanent silence field surrounding it. Get it? It's because it's silence because it's a library. Inu then begins to complain in a not so subtly obnoxious manner about not being able to attack anything because his spells don't work. And the only ranged weapon he was ever given was a piece of junk, which Natsu uses as a springboard to get some much-earned catharsis for himself by pointing out that he has routinely been offering everyone stronger crossbows throughout the entire playthrough thus far for these kinds of situations, only to get shot down every time. Unfortunately for Natsu, though, his point of being a self-inflicted pain fell on literally deaf ears, as nobody else could hear him on account of the silence field that conspicuously enough ended up getting shut off moments after he finished talking.
Yep.
Paying no mind to Natsu's sulking in the corner, Inu decides to celebrate being able to actually do anything again by pulling out an Uzi and spraying down the remaining Justiciar with an entire magazine of flaming bullets. Never one to be outdone, Natsu pulls himself out of the sulking corner, and after a light jog to the nearest Justiciar, proceeds to reduce it to atoms by dealing out 104 damage in a single attack. Really starting to feel like Natsu might actually think he's been playing Wildermyth this whole section after all. With the book nerds now checked out and the group currently standing in a literal library, this unsurprisingly means that Inu, of course, has a metric fuck ton, which is about 205 pounds heavier than a normal ton, of reading that he needs to do before everyone can progress forwards. Once the books are finally read, everyone ends up awkwardly standing around a gate on the opposite side of the library as Inu begins firing off random spells at it, because none of the books Inu read seem to have a hint to open it, despite Natsu's hope to the contrary. With the books apparently a bust, Natsu walks off screen for a moment to do something that definitely wasn't going over to use the secret switch he already knew about that opens the gate. While Inu, meanwhile, definitely opened the gate himself with a random ice spell cast conveniently right as Natsu had fully left the screen. Such a convenience, that. As reward for definitely being the one who opened the gate, Inu is handed even more books to read, though, because why make one book puzzle when you can make two instead? Upon inspecting a pedestal labeled Riddle of the Night that requires something to be placed inside it that answers the question, what can silence the night song, Inu becomes increasingly frustrated over seemingly not having a Shar statue to silence the puzzle with, until he nearly has an aneurysm upon realizing the game was literally just asking him to put a book about the night song, which starts with that same sentence inside of the pedestal the whole time. Spoilers, Inu remains deeply frustrated about the solution to this puzzle for the remainder of the session, and to present, mind you. As reward for solving what Inu would likely stab me for referring to as a puzzle, the group is handed a bunch of Justiciar armor and a fancy spear that I can't imagine any of them give a crap about, but maybe Shadowheart would think they're really neat. Inu continues to vent about the book puzzle for the next couple minutes as he walks around with Sarge looking for the next destination until they find a Dark Souls elevator that consists of just a big disc on the ground with a giant lever in the center. The two of them, of course, leave the others behind because they couldn't help but use the shiny lever the second they saw it. And after descending to link up with the others, everyone ascends upwards to check out the next floor until someone hits the lever again to send them back down yet again.
L.
Inu is quick to call this shitty behavior out and asks for the person at fault to fess up, which nearly causes Elle to gaslight herself into immediately thinking she was the one who did it. Inu's attempt to be the
Damn it! I was trying to gaslight her right now.
Inu's
I was like, wait a minute, I didn't do it though.
Inu's attempt to be the responsible party then backfires immediately because Bio has eyeballs that are capable of looking at the screen and was thus able to see that Inu had been turbo mashing the interact button the entire time so that he could send the elevator back the frame it reached the top. Not really sure what to do now, the group heads back to the altar that required the 3 MacGuffins to open so they could at least slot those in. They still aren't sure where to get the specific blood they need, and in an effort to escape the blame for his elevator-related crimes, Inu slams the giant door shut behind him, which locks the others out and mercilessly crushes Sarge to death. He got better inside his gear mechanisms when he ends up caught inside. Once the big death trap door is open so everyone can actually make it through, the group find themselves in a room with a weird fountain called Verge of Shadows, which contains a new waypoint and a big surprise, yet another puzzle. As Inu begins to lose his mind trying to figure out the trick to this puzzle so they can open the door forwards, Natsu silently facepalms before grabbing him by the shoulders and once more demonstrates the secret thievery art of just open the damn thing because it wasn't even locked, you dingus. With Natsu once again showing himself to be the master of unlocking, the group head over to the door beneath the surface of the fountain and prepare to jump in before the game hits them with the classic, "Fuck no, you aren't. You've still got quests to do first, fuckers," which proves sufficient enough to bounce the entire party off the fountain as if it was a physical barrier. And with the Shar Temple now worthless to them, and it having been the second point of no return dead end they've run into so far in the Death Forest, the session ends with the group wondering how the hell they're going to get the chest on the upper right side of the temple's map so they could leave to go brew some slug-based murder poison.
Oh yeah, the Sharn provisions that are still located on the map up there.
Oh, the ones the mouse boys told us about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good thing Bio
Yeah.
mentioned that because I'd completely forgotten.
Yep. Same.
Hello, Thon.
Hello,
Hello,
Thon.
Finn.
But yeah, once we get those, we can book out of here, and then we'll be free to do the rest of the upper world map stuff, including going to the actual tower after we've done all the other stuff around the map, which we might have. I don't remember what we have and haven't done. And then once we do the tower, we'll be essentially redirected back down here.
Right, yes.
Wait, we were supposed to leave this place.
Well,
Yes, we are
yeah.
not going into the lake.
Correct. But we are not actually leaving the gauntlet just yet because we still have a chest to go grab.
Yes, we must find the provisions.
Oh, that was in that one area.
Yes. It was in fact in the one area. Very good.
Oh, remind me. Did you ever play Jedi Power Battles on the PlayStation 1?
I did not have a PS1, so that's a hard noperino.
Did you ever play it at all?
No.
Damn.
I don't think so.
Because I was just provided an article from some friends out this way today that Aspyr is actually releasing a remake of the game that's going to be on PlayStation, PC, Switch, and Xbox.
Oh, neat.
And I am so fucking excited for it.
What the hell's has been happening here?
Because I love Jedi Power Battles.
I found it.
Jump, you daft bastard. There we go.
No.
No. 9!
9, 9, 9.
Wait, we went past it. I was following you.
No, it's on a lower level. We have to go. We have to go down more from here. So we've not gone past it, but I see how you thought that because I thought that for a second too. Now we gotta jump over here. And then we gotta jump across, which I might literally not be capable of doing.
We.
What?
Yeah, you guys are on your own for this one. I literally cannot get over there. Wait a second. Didn't we jump down to that room from
Yes.
a higher place before?
Oh, hey, a loose brick.
No.
Yeah, because, well, the door... There's a door open over there. Like over...
That was...
Was that all it was? Was just this loose brick?
Yeah, Sarge and I came down into this room over here before.
Can't be right.
Because we jumped down from a higher... I featherfall, and we jumped down here from a higher ledge.
Yeah.
The marker's still on the map.
Marker is still on the map.
Yes, one good old days.
Can I? Oh, I can probably do this, huh?
Well, I emptied out both the loose tile and the loose brick that were over here.
Whee!
And the
Now
marker's
we're
still on
over.
the map, so I don't know what the fuck's. Maybe it's even further down? I don't know. Yeah, right through this
The
mirror.
mirrors here seem to not reflect light, but devour it.
I mean, was there anything... I assume there was stuff in the loose tile and the loose brick.
Like a tiny bit of gold and like a little bit of alchemy ingredients. Eh?
Doesn't seem terribly good. Journal? Let's see. Maybe we can find it in the journal here. Shadow Cursed Lands... Underdark, no companion, rescue, no, what, rescue the, left the, I mean, I don't
Mirrors here seem to not
I don't
reflect light,
see it in the
devour it.
journal anymore.
Oh, was it still in the journal until then?
I don't know, that's what I'm trying to
Maybe it's done.
discover, blood of... Discover the artifact's secrets. I mean, I also don't see anything in the... I also don't see anything in the completed section of the quest log that looks like it should have been that.
Hmm.
So it's possible it's just not a quest. Although
It's- I don't think it is.
we did have, I do remember in part 1 we had some like markers that just never went away.
Okay.
So that could be what we're dealing with here, is just that the marker is just never going to leave. And so we just sort of, you know, accept that it's there forever and
Let's
leave the temple.
Oh yeah, we still haven't done the Masons Guild. We still haven't done we haven't done House of Healing yet. Oh yeah, we still have. Okay. We should do House of Healing next, which means closest teleport point is Grand Mausoleum.
Okay. Well, I do, before I forget again, I
Yes.
do want to, where was the, where was the place that we had to go make the turbo poison?
That wasn't too far from Temple of Shar stuff, right?
I don't know. I don't remember. I know it was right near the place where I had the drinking contest with the man that spat drink out of his back.
Oh, wait, then wasn't that not the toll house. It was nearby it though,
Is
because
it?
we went from the toll house into there. Is
I-
that the
I think
waning
it's.
moon?
I think it might be that place in the lower left there with the sort of like.
Yeah. Yeah, the waning moon and the area like left of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Which I guess the closest waypoint then is the Moonrise Towers waypoint.
How
Indeed.
even, Than, did you do that? So what is happening now?
Every sub for 2 months in Sword Art.
Man, what are you doing?
Okay, where am
You
I?
must go west, young man.
Yep. Oh, okay. Good autosave game. I'm not actually attempting to go to Moonrise Towers. It's just
No, you want to go. You want to go over this way.
yes. And I thought I might be able to jump the railing, like feather fall my way off the railing rather than having to actually walk it. But no, I do have to actually walk. Yes, we had to come through the waning moon and then out the back. I think was the case. Yeah.
Huh? Stuff that hasn't been looted? What the hell? Oh, I picked up a rotten bush.
Yeah, that's probably why it wasn't looted. Okay, so I think the research notes had the information.
You set your eyes on the various formulas and copious notes.
Okay. Glass. I remember there was something we had to. Like something specific we had to do. And it involved getting. It was something we picked up like right towards the end of the last session.
Partner came downstairs to come see where we were at, and
Yeah,
she also confirmed. Yeah, do Moonrise before we do bottom of Temple of Shar, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all the side stuff, then Moonrise Towers, and then bottom of Temple of Shar.
Do we have a? There might have been a book on it. Let me see if I can find the book. No research notes. No. that's not it.
Bio. Oh, that was like 3 minutes ago. Bio said it was right before the road to Baldur's Gate TM. I'm pretty sure.
On serpent venom toxin. I think this is the one. If you mix
Oh,
this,
really?
if you mix suspension of venomous fang with vitriol of Lalth's candle, out comes a. No, that.
No, I thought the poison you were talking about was the purple worm toxin.
Right. Probably.
Like one of the deadliest poisons in D&D.
Yeah. There's a guy that like tried to make it and fucked up or something.
Yeah.
It was definitely down here that we came across that shit.
Yes.
But I can't for life of me.
Is it not the research notes that are right there on that table?
Yeah, that's what I thought, right? So I go to interact with them.
You set your eyes on the various formulas and copious
Trying
notes.
to play two games at the same time. Bad
and
idea.
Then nothing.
Maybe it's because we already have the formula and we just gotta make it.
Was it Thisobald's brewed up belly glummer?
No. Potion? No, it wouldn't be a potion. Coatings. Oh. Corpse rose in any suspension? I don't remember it being corpse rose though, but
No, I don't think that was it.
purple worm toxin isn't listed in our coatings, so but maybe that's just because we haven't actually made it yet.
Was that a book that you had that you were referencing there, Sarge, or what's?
No, I just went
It's
into
in our list of
the
coatings.
Oh,
into the alchemy subsection in the inventory.
Step.
Isn't it
recipe
just
unlocks
true
suspension of
belly
purple
formula?
worm
I saw
slime.
it sitting on the ground, so I picked it up to see what it unlocked.
Don't ignore that.
Someone check
Look
it
at
out.
it!
well,
Look at it!
where's
Dive
the?
in the dirt.
Sorry, where?
Dive in the dirt
where,
now.
What am I looking at?
Some book that Sarge picked up.
No, I picked up the worm intestines that were literally in front of this wooden chair I'm standing in front of.
Oh.
So I'm just kind of scrolling through to see, besides I think it said it was a suspension, if anything else has shown up in the listing.
You set your eyes on the various formulas and copious notes.
Oh boy.
What the hell's the name of this place again? The place where like the location, the bar.
Hold on. Does it show it on the map?
Waning Moon.
Yeah.
Uh,
Glands. Yes, I see the spot in your inventory where I would expect like the stuff to be. Like you have a record of shipment that when I open it up talks about sending purple worm glands as part of a shipment. But I don't see anything around
So,
it.
is it that we're looking for purple worm toxin?
I mean,
Is that...
I feel like that is the thing that we were supposed to make at the end.
So, I will just note, I am looking at the web at the BG3 wiki, and before I say anything else,
research notes.
I don't know if anyone wants me to say anything. So I'm gonna wait till somebody tells me otherwise.
No, I've just found the text of that book that it won't let me read anymore, which is what I was looking for.
Okay.
Powerful venom extracted from rare purple worm. After extensive experimentation, petals of a corpse rose, which is I think what we were looking for. Thisabald enlisted a courier from Baldur's Gate. Yeah.
Oh, so is it Thizabald's brewed up belly glummer then? Because that one has corpse rose in it and it mentions Thizabald by name, so Sarge might have been right with that one.
Distiller Thisabald Thorm that sought to create a fatal poison using the worm's gullet.
But like the brewed up belly glummer though doesn't talk about the purple worm at all.
Yeah,
so
that's not gonna. It's gonna be presumably the.
I mean, we can make a purple worm slime if we have 3 purple worm gullets.
And I was going to say, from
Corpse
looking on
rose
the
and
wiki,
any suspension.
yep, because there's a note in here on the wiki that there is a purple worm poison made from suspension of purple worm slime made by the purple worm gullet, and any vitriol.
The chat no useful here today.
Yeah, so I'll just reread the text here. He proudly procured several parts of a worm gullet, or rather, described powerful venom extracted from a rare purple worm. Distiller Thisbald Thorn sought to create a fatal poison using the worm's gullet. He procured several parts of a worm gullet, but rinsed one in error. The poison he brewed was noxious but not fatal. Thisbald devoted months to formulating a deadly poison with the remaining ingredients without success, so that the worm is not part of it. After extensive experimentation, he was able to make a near-deadly extract from the glands, but to complete his poison, he required one last ingredient, the petals of a corpse rose. Book's index reveals corpse roses may grow near tombs, mausoleums, and particularly redulent cadavers. Thisbald enlisted a courier from Baldur's Gate to obtain corpse rose petals and other ingredients and deliver them to a covert location. Unfortunately, a deep purple stain darkens the final page, obscuring the parcel's destination.
Baldur's Gate TM.
So, yeah, it's got to be Thisbald's brewed up belly glummer is the one that we're talking about here. Okay, I thought we had to. From when we did this before, I misunderstood and I thought we had to like craft this here, like using like this guy's equipment or something. So, okay, that's just a normal ass crafting thing. Okay. How did we get to the Grand Mausoleum in the first place? Like, how did we get there past all of the darkness?
Magic.
Fuck if I remember.
Some underground tunnel we took, maybe?
Bio!
Because I remember us coming over here, but I don't...
Did we technically use a boat?
We might have taken a boat from, like, Last Light, maybe? That would make some sense. And the Relic of Catherick Thorm... Why?
That's the lake. That's the lake.
Ah, that's
That's
the Mausoleum of Shar. Okay, yeah, I got.
Yeah.
From the morgue north of Baldur's Gate entrance.
Oh, did we just travel underground? Okay.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, got, that, okay, yes, okay, that tracks. Alright, well, back to the Grand Mausoleum then, so we can go do the House of Health.
The House of Healing.
House of
Healing of
Healthification.
Oh yeah, the acid pit.
So, as a heads up, there is an achievement in this place to get called Non-Invasive Procedure. The achievement says, kill the surgeon before he performs surgery on you in combat.
Charming.
Uh-huh.
Well, we'll see. I ain't counting on it.
I already got it, so that's on y'all if you want to go for it.
So what I'm hearing here is we have to perform a surgical strike.
Yes.
Oh, locked boxes, not to do your thing.
Oh man, I gotta put my dex gear back on. Alright.
I'm seeing
I'm
two
glad you had
two
an
gilded
X
chests.
Clearly on there, because I was going to say, wait, you have to put your dick gear on? What?
Nah, I
Put
always
my
get that.
gear on.
I always get that thangin'.
Do you?
I did.
Yes.
I'll have to take your word for
I
it.
might have had to put my deck gear on, but that's a different story. Death is too powerful a force for even a single god to contain. It's a duty that has been passed from hand to hand, splintered into smaller pieces. Disease, war, funeral rites. But there must always be an overseer of the cycle as life falls away. For countless eons it was Jurgle. The lord of the end of everything presided over mortality with his unblinking stare until even he grew weary. Young Baal, Bane, and Mirkul must have thought themselves conquerors when they came for the god of death. Yet he used their ambitions to free himself. Mirkul claimed primacy over death from Jurgel's bargain, but even he does not rule death alone. What is
Is it
murder, if not the most violent of deaths, seized by Baal in his incessant greed? What need would there be for noble Kelemvor to judge passing souls, if one deity could hold the process entire? Even gods can die, after all. Those who worship death should remember that above all else.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Joestar.
Button.
What does this button do?
I assume it lowers that there platform.
All right.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Dun, dun.
Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
Oh,
Hold on, I just
And
saw
it's not
something very
fair.
exciting.
potion of invisibility.
A book of handwritten poems, the ink almost completely faded, but for a few enduring words. I hold my breath for the sun to fall, for in the hot collapse of day I'm brought to you. While Wreathwind sleeps, the world entire is ours, the grass our bed, the dew our silver candles, the moon and stars our private canopy, and you the brightest of them all, my
Yes.
light, my heart, my world. I would watch the stars with you to the end of time, but night forever arches into day, and the sleepy nothing of the sunlit hours will mutter on. So instead I shall find eternity in a moment, and by the glance of moonbeams in your eyes will I be brought to rest, as rest should be, enduring, still, longing for naught but itself. This has been a slam poetry session.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
He had once said, fuck it.
No. He had a dick so long he could suck it.
Charming.
Mm-hmm.
He asked that I give him a bucket, and then he showed me a bucket.
No, it's something about, he said with a grin as he wiped off his chin, something about if you could do it too, you would. I don't remember the last
Ooh!
one.
What?
Whoop!
Nothing.
Well,
You tried the metaphor demo yourself and it sucks? What? Using keyboard and mouse.
Ow.
Well, why are you using keyboard and mouse?
You fool.
Play with controller.
She wants you to play with buttons and knobs.
Shadow Man. Oh,
Knobs and
that's the door up from the
buttons.
morgue. Okay.
Buttons and knobs.
Where did he?
I jumped off a thing.
Okay. Tell me, if your friend jumped off a building, would you do it too?
Yeah. Oh, you should also go talk to Sister Cinda over there.
Sister Cinder. Okay.
Cinda.
Whatever.
Wait, what are VTubers doing in this?
Don't worry about it.
Here to see the doctor? Are we poorly? Are we desperately poorly? Not so well.
How's his box
But
doing?
well enough to wait. Join the line, and you will be seen.
Game is awesome indeed.
Hold, please. I would like to get closer. I need to jump down
Yes,
from the roof.
yes, but all must wait. The
Okay,
doctor's
well,
hands
I'm
are
A
full.
level, so
Join the line.
Bloodborne looking ass,
You will
yeah.
be seen.
That's part of the reason why I wanted him to talk to her.
Bard option? Oh no, I have a disease most terrible.
Oh no.
For I am, you see,
Stupid.
a bard.
Yeah, stupid.
A bard. Never didn't have those.
I suffer from being dumb of ass.
Oh no.
Oh, so sad.
No,
so sick.
don't come near,
The
near me. I
doctor
have
will see
COVID.
you. The doctor will soothe. Down to the theater. Be swift.
Oh sweet, am I gonna watch a movie?
Sure.
I mean, if you
No,
got
the
COVID,
operating
reception's gonna be
theater.
good.
Hold on, I have to give myself the ability to read minds again. The problem with Sarge never having been a cleric in the first place is that I kind of have to do all of my guidancing myself.
Shit yourself. Yeah.
Oh, there were stairs.
Karlak. What?
Right.
What?
What?
What? Okay.
What?
So I was standing over here, right? And
There I was.
I told
You saw some of my titties.
and I told the jump to jump me over here, and for some reason I'm now standing kind of halfway in this ledge.
You don't look. Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
There we go. I didn't want to use the door. Doors are for other people.
Like me.
Hello?
The objective
Oh,
of the
forgot a
Scalpel
thing.
Sisters is to soothe. For the scalpel indeed is an extension of Shah. See how the patient reacts when I but stroke the right nerve. Hear its comfort, hear the very melody of mercy. Pray,
Okay.
sister, show us the extent of your beneficence.
Yeah, he does look like a giant nerd.
Stop. Stay your hand, for it slaps where it should stroke.
Oh, baby.
We can hardly hear
Hey.
the patient's sighs of solace. Perhaps it is our unexpected audience that makes you quiver. Come,
Oh, I'm
step
into quiver.
forward. You are no sister, but that matters none. Every student is welcome.
Wizard option.
Behold, sisters, the very face of ignorance, one who mistakes tenderness for torture. Go on, acquaint the face of ignorance with the true object of our studies.
Absence.
Absence. No other word captures the heart of Shah so very perfectly. It is the scalpel-led journey that leads from pain to peace. See? What is the light of eyes but the cancer that causes one to witness the laceration of being? If light is the symptom, then darkness is the cure. For in light there is presence, but in darkness there is absence.
In light is presence, in darkness, absence.
But you, look how the succor of Shah eludes you.
Who you calling a
See
sucker?
how painfully present you remain. We do not wish to see you suffer so. Let us cure you.
Last option, though.
Yeah.
Never didn't have those.
Uh-huh.
You remember a Sharon maxim. Go forth and sow doubt, but do not compel it, for only the willing may know the lady's embrace.
Ooh. I get more options. Never didn't have those.
Have it.
The sisters' blades are bloodied and dull. Only the most measured hand could make a clean incision.
Uh-oh.
That's fine. See, never didn't have those.
Yes, hi, Bubba.
Their incisions are, as yet, still streaked with imprecision. That much I must concede. How to steady their hands, I wonder.
Duct tape.
Oh. I forgot that was an option.
Never didn't have those.
So this totally actually works. We can completely skip this fight with this option.
Oh my Lanta.
Being a bard is just the best.
I see now. By example, I must edify and quell the light that blinds us. Come, sisters, soothe me.
So we're getting that achievement then.
I'll be interested to see if it counts this way.
He's not performing surgery on us.
Yeah.
Yes. But we're also not getting into combat, so I don't know if the game will count it.
Well, I got inspired by that.
But did you get an achievement?
No achievement. So it looks like we have to actually fight him for it.
I'm
But
sorry,
you
we
just
got
call yourself-
we got inspired by that like 4 separate times. Literally 4 separate times.
Yep.
Your character definitely had to look. Fuck! I didn't expect that to actually work as soon as you saw the guy hop onto the surgery bed. Well, that was easy.
Huh. That's a sweet necklace he had on him. Surgeon Subjugation Amulet. Once per long rest when scoring a critical hit on a humanoid, the wearer can paralyze the target for 2 turns.
Neat.
Neat! He also had a battered loot, which has orange text for its name/title instead of white text. So I guess it's unique.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Doth thou want it?
I mean, I am a bard.
Verily.
It doesn't have like a special class action like the Spider's Lyre does, but... The lute was my original instrument until someone else took it. Someone who is no longer a bard.
What are you talking about? I was playing the violin.
Yeah, once the entire band was together.
Oh, yeah.
But for a while you were just on the lute, and so I switched over to the lyre in order to, you know, have more than one instrument going.
Yes.
Oh wait, Sarge is still using a lute.
Yep.
Ah. Alright. Well, I guess we're done at the House of Healing. I don't really see anything else here.
Yeah, I can't remember if there's anything else to do here. Doesn't hurt to look, but I don't remember what else there might be.
It looks like a book, maybe, called Wraithwind Necrology?
Yeah, it's always worth grabbing the books. A bunch of the, or at least some of the bookshelves are probably going to have scrolls in them, because I just found one that had a scroll.
Alright, Wraithwind Necrology. The soot-stained scroll is a list of the dead, specifically casualties of battle. It's dated 986 DR, about a half millennium ago, and signed by Malice Thorm. Titus Craft, Justiciar, Decapitation. Lord Laudin Eben, Justiciar, Blood Loss. Unknown Salinite, Arcane Burns. Unknown, Smashed Skull. Morin Mar, Justiciar, Split in Two. Unknown Druid, Crushed Windpipe. From these names follow hundreds of others. The final index catalogs objects plucked from various corpses, daggers, pins, and jewelry of all sorts. Neato, as they say, Benito. Am I over encumbered? I am. Why am I over encumbered? That's weird. Well, time to dump a bunch of these books back to camp. That should fix it.
Including the ones that I just gave you? Without reading them?
Probably, because I have no idea where they are in this list anymore, considering I just sorted it.
Oh.
Oh.
So... that was unfortunate timing. Well, there's this book, Therapeutics, here that I missed, and I'm pretty sure that's new.
I just put it in there.
An excerpt from Margit Og's Therapeutics. Discussions with the...
What? You fucking barbarian. Literally.
What?
Nothing. Just make it my own way.
What did I...
Might be locked. Well, it's not locked anymore, Than.
What did I miss with my nose stuck in this book?
I
just
was attempting
peeked
to
down the
unlock a door, and Karlak bashed it open.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a
Sounds
barbarian that, like, super hated doors one time, not to?
Yeah, it did in 4th edition. A door killed his father.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Discussions with the Oneiromancer yield nothing of merit so far. New incense and hallucinogens trigger nothing. Another fruitless day. Something's happened. The Oneiromancer ingested something one of her own clients recommended. She refuses to divulge the name of the substance, but her dreams are scrawled on the nearby blank canvas as we'd intended. Here's what the painting shows. Depictions follow of weird lumbering shapes sailing over cities, metal windmills attached to their sides, and here oblongs fitted with wheels tearing locomotive across the track, and here a mechanized person waving directly at the viewer. Neat. So, I mentioned this in the Discord the other day, but and I think everyone in call already knows about it, but for Bio's benefit, so I'm over at my parents' place yesterday, right? And I always have like my deliveries go there because I don't really trust having stuff delivered to my actual house. And so as I get there, my mom's like, "Oh, hey, by the way, you had 2 packages delivered." And I'm like, "Well, I know I ordered some food." Hey, Natsu, you know there's a vendor over here?
Over where?
Past this door that I'm standing in front of.
Oh, Sister Lidwin. Yeah.
So anyway, 2 packages. I knew I'd ordered some food, so I was like, okay, I know what that one is. What the hell's the second one?
Oh!
What did I order?
Whoops. I forgot that this conversation was here. I'm gonna leave so you can do it.
Oh, okay. So like, what the hell's the second one, right? And so I'm trying to work this out. I'm like, did I order something on Amazon and just immediately forgot about it? So I look at the box, and I immediately from the return label go, okay, I know what that is. Why am I getting a delivery? Is this from like some Kickstarter that I did that I forgot about? The answer was yes. It was from a Kickstarter I did that I forgot about because I did the Kickstarter 2 fucking years ago.
Wee.
So anyway, I have the newest edition of Tanto Cuore now.
The doctor's found oblivion. Well, no time to mourn. I'll fix this
There's a
without
coffin. Oh, it's empty.
I'm sorry, what are you doing with that dead body?
Yeah, Karlak, don't
Not
stray too far.
dead.
Oh,
Merely
okay.
medicated to ease the pain.
No, 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 don't go to the roof. Go inside the building.
Never didn't have those.
Yes. Yes. I knew these hands would not fail me. The patient is sure to recover.
And the worst that can happen is Karlak is forced into a dialogue that should definitely be handled by Enu's character. Not someone who has literally no dialogue options that would be suitable at all.
Okay, I finished talking to the nurse lady.
You should go over this way, because you can see from here a character that we already know.
Are you not going to go do the shop thing?
Yeah, I guess I could do that in the meantime, yeah.
And I figured you'd just, you know, shop goblin the shop immediately upon sight. As it's kind of your thing.
Excuse me?
What?
That
What?
sounds like a hard and sticky situation to find yourself in.
Mm-hmm. Not choking? What?
Nani?
What?
Nani the fuck?
Bucky the Non?
You're playing with mods. That seems like a mod thing.
Okay, so I found some other stuff to go explore while you're doing shopping before I go deal with Annabelle. But in the meantime, remind me, who the fuck is Annabelle?
Arabelle.
Sorry?
It's not Annabelle, it's Arabelle.
I still don't remember who she
Or
is.
Arabella.
Was she the lady
do
with
you-
the dead husband at the...
No. No. Do you remember when Kaga was being ultimate bitch cunt supreme and tried to murder a child with a snake?
Vaguely, yes.
Made a deal with Raphael. No mods. It was on PS5.
Nani the hell?
Well, this is why you don't make deals with the devil.
Oh, book. Bonded by Love, Wife's Diary. In the 5th year of our union, we faced the biggest hurdle yet. My parents became quite ill, and we became their carers. It was a dark and difficult time, filled with emergencies of every possible type. Gone were the easeful days in which our time was our own. Our days were filled with work, each other, and little else. During our darkest moments, I wondered if we'd survive it. But the bond of love we had was resilient. It could bend and bend and bend, but would not break, no matter the pressure. How sweet.
Huh. So you remember how we were talking about how we were fairly certain there wasn't a patch for Baldur's Gate TM?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think they might have snuck something in, because I think they might have fixed the packed weapon infinite gold glitch.
Well, that's just some bullshit.
Which means I sold my soul for no reason.
No, you sold your
Yep.
soul for like one day.
For one corn chip.
Hey! I know you! You're...
He'll use your likeness for fun times. You'll experience it when he does. Oh god.
Oh, was that child always a
Remember
warlock?
this girl,
Nope.
Arabella from the Druid's Grove, the thief Korga tried to punish.
Sorry. It knocks the wind right out of me.
Not bad, kid.
That druid idol I took? It changed me. I can do all sorts of stuff now, not just the vines. I think real hard and say some loud words and then it happens. Mostly.
Huh.
Tragedies. Them's the sad ones, right? I hope not.
Well,
Especially since Mom and Pops, after several, when he...
Got some bad news for you, friend.
Well, there was an ambush. Mum yelled, "Run!"
Oh boy.
So we ran. I could hear him running behind me. Till I couldn't. Still can't find him. But I bet you can. You'll help me, I just know it.
You notice the girl shivering in fear and anger. She is not yet ready to hear the truth of her parents' fate.
Pick number one, my lord.
Well, I mean, to some extent, I don't want to give her false hope, but we also don't know for sure that her parents are dead. Like, if we knew her parents were dead, number 5 would be the kinder option, but...
We just saw both of them in the room the vendor was in.
Oh, that was them. There were 2 tieflings on the bed. I just didn't recognize the names.
Yeah, but the nurse said that one guy was still alive.
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, but I agreed with her, so...
No, you deceived her.
I picked the cleric option.
You made a
Cleric
deception check.
deceive. It did say cleric deceive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, whatever.
Thanks, miss. I knew you'd help me again. The vines won't last forever. I don't suppose I can stay with you. Just till you find Mum and Pops. I won't be any trouble, I swear it.
Well, go to camp.
Yep.
Oh, thanks.
Yep.
You're the best.
Yeah,
So
I've seen
you
some
send
posts where
Mum and
people are
Pops there.
thinking that they might have
I'll
done
be
a hot
waiting,
fix
hero
because
lady.
no one else is remembering any kind of patch, but other people are not able to get the packed weapon thing to work because in order for it to work, you have to add the packed weapon to your wares. I can't add it to my wares. That option's just straight up not showing up.
And yeah, they fixed it. They snuck it in.
Man, what if I want to play now?
Time to go look up what the new, like, money stealing duplication glitch
Meta
is.
is, yeah.
And
There
then go...
isn't one.
Sure there is.
No, there isn't.
Nah, there is. I'm sure there is. People might just not... People might just be more careful about sharing it now so it doesn't get patched. But I think we've proven, like, time and again that Larry and... Hold on, there's enemies down there.
Environmental though.
Well,
No?
somebody got noticed. Not clear on who.
I mean, maybe I just stay paladin. I don't know.
Wait. It only happened to you one time.
I mean, from reading the log, it almost reads like no one?
Than, may I remind you about the bear sex scene?
Well,
Excuse me.
this will be fun. What do we have on hand? Shadow First Harbor. Interesting. Anything else I can do right now? No. While this is going on, I am actually slightly peckish.
Hi, slightly peckish. I'm Inu.
I don't understand why I'm slightly peckish.
Ooh.
Wrath.
Need some oil over here.
Oh, Karlach's getting fucked up.
Yeah.
But she wants to be fucked up. She said as such multiple times.
True.
I'm gonna punch you.
You'd have to
Am I wrong though?
You'd have to unequip
No,
your
he's
sword
not.
first. So do you?
I'll punch him with my sword.
You've already done that.
I'll do it again, bitch.
So
You've punched me so hard with your
I
sword that
killed
I've...
you, and I'll do it again.
So the question at this point becomes, Garlac, do you want to be at low health right now, or do you want to not die?
I don't want to die.
Okay, cool.
Especially because I have 3 of these fucks on me.
Gangbang, I mean...
2 of them are going
I-
before I can even get
I-
the chance to go.
So I pressed guidance instead of sanctuary like a dumbass.
Uh-oh, stinky.
It's fine. I'll just fix it in a slightly different way. At least as a stopgap measure.
Stinky.
Battle of the old timers.
Battle of the Alzheimer's. Ooh, a crit.
Well, it's immune to prone, so that didn't do
Nice to
much.
know.
Gonna fucking kill this dude. Do I have enough movement? Ooh, I do.
Do you like to move it, move it?
So Al, let's see if you can fill in the gaps that I couldn't fill in last night, because I remembered the 2 sets, but I couldn't come up with their names.
Oh, baby?
I was trying to remember all the names for the various expansions for Tanto and actually like count how many there were. So
There's the bonus attack.
first of all, how many are there now?
17 to 26. Okay, so I can one-shot you.
5?
Okay. What are they? What were they called?
Painting the house.
That was one that I couldn't remember. I remembered it ended in house, but I couldn't remember the rest of it.
There was the one with the butlers. There was Oktoberfest.
Okay.
Themed one.
Yep.
Yes.
My headset just died. Hang on.
That is not the name of a
That's
set.
not a name of a set.
No, I
No.
can't hear anything.
That's...
Okay.
So my headset just died was not one of them, just to be clear.
There was the romantic vacation.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Yep.
Do you remember the name of the butler one that you mentioned earlier?
It was like winter something.
That was the other one that I couldn't remember last night, but I have since recalled. That one's
Winter
Winter
Romance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because I remember expanding the house, Romvec, and Oktoberfest. But yeah, I couldn't remember the 4th one. Now there's a 5th one.
Yeah, the 5th one is Memento Mori, Twilight Manor.
Mm.
But I was trying to come up with the other ones. I was like, I remember the base game. I remember expanding the house, but I can't come up with a name other than that it ended in house. I remember the Butler one, then
The
Romvac
Butler.
and Oktoberfest.
Right.
Okay, now let's properly remember how to fucking cast spells this time. I give you the gift of life. That does not appear to have healed you for reasons that I don't
What did
understand.
you do?
Well, I cast Warden of Vitality, but for some reason it does not appear to have healed you.
Sure, you casted it on me.
Well, it was targeting
No,
you.
I thought you. Do you not cast Warden of Vitality on yourself and then you can do stuff after?
No, you can target it on other people. 'Cause I don't think I gained any health either.
I mean, either way.
I mean, it's
I do
active,
not-
so that's good, but...
Yeah, I do not see the buff on. Well, now I do because you moved closer, but Warden of Vitality was not a condition that was on Karlach before you moved closer.
Yeah,
Which
like
the
I
condition
had her...
says close enough to a friendly paladin to be healed with Restore Vitality.
Yeah, no, I had her highlighted when I clicked the thing, so...
Yeah, well, we know that the game lies
The
about
game
ranges
does...
sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. It is a Larian game.
"3 feet in front of you, how could you
Sarge,
miss?"
what you making?
What do you mean making?
A
You
smoothie.
said you were hungry.
Yay!
I just grabbed a small set of chips.
I need you to call the bank, by the way, tomorrow.
Why?
Time to die.
Because they're being assholes.
Time to die.
About giving me a card.
Well,
Hi. Now you're in my threatened space. If you go to move, I'm going to bash your head in.
Okay.
Not you.
I don't know, man. That sounded pretty convincing. That
I
you were gonna-
mean...
yeah.
Yes. Do
Oh.
I get sent flying?
Nope.
Good. Again.
Nope.
Oh,
that's
that
a-
was lag. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's not lag. For whatever reason, that one takes a while. It's done that every time I've used it.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
None of movement. Damn it.
Oh, wait, you knocked it out of my threatened space, though.
And she also punched you in the face as part of that. I don't know if you caught that bit.
No, I did. I expected it because I'm used to the power. But it's more so the fact that I was like, oh, wait, you knocked it out of my threatened space, and now I can make ranged attacks without any
And then
care.
she also ran out of the effective range of the healing, so I can't even heal her.
Can you dash and then heal?
Lag. It takes a while, so lag.
Is it a bonus action for the heal? Hey, look, Warden of Vitality.
Nah, I could just barely... Like, it didn't let me go far enough on the first move. Is this... Oh yeah, that's touch. Okay. Well,
Every time we touch, I swear I can fly.
I literally cannot hear that song without thinking of D and Angel. True story. Because there was a music video back in the day, like an AMV. Alright. Everybody who wants healing, get the fuck over here. So
Where's here?
Because it's easier to do this in turn-based mode where we're not going to lose, like, turns of healing.
Multiple turns off of your, yeah.
And turn.
Hang on 1 second.
Environmental turn. Well, I'm glad the environment gets a turn.
Yeah, unlike in real life.
Health!
Don't draw.
Environment, could your turn take less time, please?
No.
Clearly. I'm gonna just juggle between whoever has the lowest health at the moment until we run out of our turns.
Yar.
Which is a lot. This spell is a frankly ridiculous amount of healing.
Yar.
I'm ready to rest.
I like that Karlak at half health has more health than, or has like, yeah, more health than me at almost full. That's hooray for not having hit dice, basically.
Effective schoolgirl's best AMV, just ask Sarge. Sarge?
What?
Sarge?
Something Than said.
I don't remember if that was a video that was sent to me and I'm forgetting, or...
Sorry.
Power of the internet.
The power of Christ compels you.
No, it doesn't.
Internet, you are failing me. Open the video.
Potion seller.
Oh god.
Alright, Karlak is almost full health. Good, good.
Ah, okay. This AMV. Okay, now I remember. Mouse, I clicked. There it goes.
Why are you talking to Mouse? She's not here.
Yay.
Oh, how cool would that be if we could get like Mouse as a guest one time?
Oh my god.
Mouse is an iron mouse?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
The tungsten rat herself.
Yeah, good old tungsten rat. Oh, we can go to turn-based. We're out of buff now.
Was that a click I heard? There's something about
Oh,
this.
I
There's
perceived.
something about these plaques.
F is for lost in something. Lost pain all's rise. What? Floss pain all's rise. Arl Mister when Neathorm.
Methinks that these
Wait
have
a
to
minute.
be
Our,
interacted with in a certain order.
hold on, Natsu, activate your plaque for a moment.
Our Lady of-
Mistress.
Excuse me, he
I'm
said
thinking-
Natsu and you're reading E-News.
Tenants of Loss.
Yay! Alright, hold on. We can go down
We
here.
the people.
Okay.
We can go down here, but
There's no effect
we
here.
are not going to do the prayer stuff down here. If this is the spot I'm, yes, it is the spot I'm thinking of. We want to save these buffs because in partner and I's playthrough, we definitely like just snagged these buffs, and then I was like, wait, these would be really fucking useful later on. There's 3 buffs that we can get down here. One that until the end of our next long rest. When we take a long rest, they go away. One that gives a +4 to wisdom, one that gives a +4 to charisma, and one that gives a +4 to intelligence. So we should not interact with. I think it's the statues in here that give the buffs, but there also might be a hidden door right there, and that might be where they are. I don't exactly remember, but we should definitely save the buffs until we're gonna go do boss fight.
I like +4 to charisma.
Uh-huh.
+4 to charisma is good.
Yeah, and it only lasts until we take a long rest.
Considering we have 2 warlocks and a cleric or a bard in the party at the moment.
Yes, and it only lasts until we take a long rest.
No, we have 2 warlocks in the party. We could, like, never take a long rest again, pretty much. And if I also became a warlock, we'd never have to long rest, because I could just keep healing us forever.
Okay, so I want to put a custom marker over here that says stat buffs before boss. Oh, it won't let me put all of that. Stat buffs, boss fight.
How come nobody
I'm just
looted
gonna put
this
stat buffs.
Shadow Cursed Harper? What the hell? Oh. Well, I mean, there was some gold on them.
An older man turns his head away in shame. His neighbors would not renounce Saluna. Now they hang in the town square. You see a man drain his tankard in an inn as he listens to a flaming fist play the lute.
A flaming
It's
fist
better
playing the
than
lute,
his
huh?
uniform might suggest.
Oh, there it is.
You feel a rush of out. You catch a glimpse of the lute. The corpse remains silent.
Damn it!
The tall man you encountered in Last Light Inn.
Uh-huh. Hold on. Can
You
I
see a
activate this
man
again?
drain his tankard in an inn as he listens to a flaming fist play the lute. He's better than his uniform might suggest. An older man turns his
Wait, do I have
head
to
away
interact
in
with it
shame.
again to...
You catch a glimpse of the
There we
lute
go.
playing flaming fist. It's the catatonic man you encountered in Last Light Inn.
Uh-huh. So you remember that battered lute that we picked up that I said had orange text? Hint, hint?
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Go back to Last Light.
Might as well go to the Masons Guild real quick. I mean, it's right there.
Good story. All right.
Ow, ow, ow.
We don't-
Artemis, stop sinking your claws into my thigh.
Nope.
Why?
Unless, is there a way
Oh,
out
I
from
see.
Wraithwind Town to the north?
I think so.
I'm
I
just
mean,
gonna-
but we're also, like, we're right here. There's no reason to.
Well, no, I was just trying to check, because if there was, we could totally just dip and go to Last Light and then come back. I just don't want to have to, like, run all the fuck the way back from Grand Mausoleum.
Oh, yeah. By the way, go talk to Corilla.
Okay.
Oh, damn, wouldn't let you.
Well, so much for that.
Damn. Oh well, doesn't matter.
See that symbol on the ground? This was a Mason's guild.
Yes, I guessed that from the fact that it says Mason's Guild on the map. Thank you,
But is
Captain
it a Mason's
Obvious.
Guild?
Thank
How
you.
Thank
terrible.
you.
I mean, there's also
Thank
all the
you.
rocks and shit.
Thank
That's
you.
kind of a
Thank
big
you.
tell.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Did you bring your
you.
squid back?
Thank you.
Did not bring your squid.
Yeah, that was the Oktoberfest stuff.
What was the Oktoberfest stuff?
What
The-
Nazi people say in the
Yeah,
Discord.
the
A
mats.
pile of crushed
The
bones.
booby
varying
mats.
shapes, sizes,
For
and
Tanto
Wonderfully
Quarry.
booby.
Oh yeah, I have the one on the right, the right hand booby map.
Mm-hmm.
Booby
You found
map.
another one?
I
I
also,
got a book for you.
I also have a different mat from Winter Romance as well. And then I have another different mat from the new one, but that one's like an entire fucking setup mat with like spots for all the cards to go and shit.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's super nice, and it's like, you know, proper like play mat, not like a fucking paper piece of shit like, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day.
Yeah. Yes. It's not made out of paper mache or
It's
rabbits.
something weak like paper mache or Raditz, correct?
Sorry, I was removing possible pills from an area that one of the cats like to investigate.
Infernal Iron.
What do you mean possible pills? They're either pills or they're not. Like you how are these pills
Vitamin
ambiguous?
D tablets. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Both of you are fucking idiots.
Fuck no. Fuck yeah.
Sarge's the one over here talking about possible pills.
Which is why I'm calling him an idiot. And you won for fucking questioning the dumb man.
How the fuck was I supposed to know what he was saying otherwise?
Thank you.
Thank you.
No.
What is my life?
Sarge dropped a bottle of vitamin D pills all over the fucking floor. About a month ago now, and she keeps finding random
More.
vitamin D pills after we thought we scoured the whole freaking area for them. She keeps finding more.
Vitamin D's nuts.
What?
Got him.
Is there nothing in here? I thought there was.
It sure doesn't look like it.
There's
Is
an
there-
ornate
is there-
wooden hatch.
I was gonna say, is there a basement we're missing? And it sure sounds like it. Yeah, right there. There it is.
Ta-da.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Sarge dropped his vitamin D.
Vitamin
Yes.
D's nuts.
Yes.
Got him.
Got him.
Let's go.
I'll be right
We
back.
went
The
into the
ornate
ornate
hatch.
hatch.
Sorry, the map is phasing in and around everything, so it was a little hard to
There.
find.
I'll come back up and ping it again for you.
I found it. I've been trying to keep cats from clawing me to bits.
I thought you were picking up possible pills.
Vitamin D.
I already took care of that.
Thank you.
What did you say, dear?
Thank you.
I did offer to trim her damn claws.
I know.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're up.
Can I take that back down? Oh, again. Cool.
Was there other stuff in there? Oh,
No, we've already been up there. I just couldn't remember.
no,
what
I
that
meant
elevator
down
was
there.
for. Oh, down here. Yeah. There's supposed to be at least lore. I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
Is
I don't see any
where-
books or anything.
Oh, there
Ah,
you go.
okay. Keyhole Herald. Locked. Locked.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Karlak, bash down the door.
No, get the fuck out of here.
Dive in the dirt. Now.
Dive in the dirt now.
Oh no, an 18 DC.
Well, you failed it, so.
Yeah.
Oh no, an 18 DC.
I mean, I have plenty more thieves' tools where that come from. I'm not even gonna
Especially
bother using
considering there was
inspiration
another.
on that.
Hey, look, you failed another one. Especially considering there's another set of thieves' tools like on the way in here.
Did I not equip the right gear?
I feel like you didn't equip the right gear, sir. Because it was the
Considering
third
now
time you
three
failed.
times. Yeah.
What?
No, I have the graceful cloth on, which gives me advantage on dex, and I put the ring on that gives me +2 to sleight of hand. Why the fuck am I failing this 3 times in a row?
Skill issue.
There we go.
Fourth time's the
Like,
charm.
quite literally, skill issue.
Literally.
Literally.
Literally and... Literally and...
Literally.
Who closed the door?
It was not me. it was L.
It is L.
It was L.
Yeah, it was me.
Cackle, 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 cackle. I wonder.
It's a bunch of rotted food and that shit over there.
Not gonna read the... Okay.
Wait,
There's a
what?
note from the Masons taped on the wall over here that says, "Congratulations on finding this place, thief, but your journey ends here. Hint, hint, there might be traps."
You mean like in this reinforced guild chest?
That might be worth a look.
Huh?
Yeah, go ahead. Open it up, Karlak. See what happens.
Bash it down, Charlie.
Catch it. Catch it with your teeth.
Fuck it, why not? Oh.
Here, I will even give you inspiring music.
Too late.
Sure.
Alright, I'll do one more. Nope. Well, no.
Oh, well, I had come over and disarmed it, but
Hmm.
Hmm.
Sarge, you've got a mace. See if you can break this wall, dude.
Alright. Hold, please.
Actually, I don't
oh,
know.
so I'm gonna disarm the trap, and you're gonna stand in the spot of safety. Okay.
You should be safe there too, right?
I don't know. I don't trust anything in here.
Well then, fine. I'll go here. Baby. I'm the tiefling anyway. Fuck off.
Yeah, so you have fire resistance, exactly.
I had my 2 actions and
It's also vulnerable to acid. Do I have acid available? Not immediately on bar, but that doesn't mean no. Wizards become shocking grasp, ray of frost.
Actually.
Whoa.
See, we're fine.
There.
Ow.
Oh, we're fine. Walks into.
I was in the middle of. Oh my god.
What?
I was in the middle of disarming the last one. The other 2 were already disarmed, and you go, let me go stand in front of these inferno jets. Wonderful. The only ones that are active.
I don't even know why she walked over there.
Oh yeah, blame Karlak again.
You're trying to
I
give.
had the footage to show what I was trying to do.
The power of Karlak compels
Go beat
her.
up the fucking gate. Karlak decided to walk into the fire.
Yes, the only gate that was still up was the
Was
one
the
in
one
front of the active
fire.
Right when Sarge broke it, it was still up when I clicked.
Oh hey guys, fun story. There's some dudes in here.
Yeah, I've been just starting to chase you when... Sounds like they might have a grudge with all that clicking. No, nothing. Fine.
This one's over there. That one is.
Guys, if there's anything we know as a fact at this point, it's that Elle is not the one who tells Karlak to do things.
Karlak does whatever the fuck she wants.
No, Karlak tells Elle to do things on Karlak's behalf. The funny thing is, Elle thinks she's playing as Karlak, but Karlak is actually playing as her.
I mean, that would explain a lot. It really would.
I found them.
Okay.
The NPC? I guess, yeah.
I mean, she's married to me, Than. It proves that her tastes are either horrible or bland. So, NPC, I would argue, is confirmed. Since I'm an NPC.
Oh, you got so far on that one, buddy.
Did he come in 4th? Ew, and thank you for assaulting my ears.
I was just mimicking the grudge sounds.
Ugh.
That just sounded more like you pulled down a 2-liter of soda and just went...
What was that noise again? Could you repeat that? Like
pterodactyl sounds.
Like syllable. I need you to repeat that one syllable for syllable, Sarge.
I didn't even bother to try mimicking the sounds.
Oh, nice crit.
Mental note, do not use headphones while watching streams. Than, all I can say is, yeah, not unless you want your eardrums to bleed.
Why not?
Whoomst.
Whermst.
Wenst.
Pete Wenst. we're gonna turn that off, and we are going to.
Sorry, Bio. I forgot to mute my mic on my side before I did that.
We're gonna murder. Nope, not gonna murder. We're gonna try murdering again. There we go. Murder.
Mordor.
Murder. Murder.
Speaking of having to, like mute things, by the way, you don't get to experience this, Bio, because of the whole situation with P3R. But we had it. We had a pseudo Tales situation with it this week where I just literally couldn't use any of the game audio. No idea what happened, but I went into editing and it was like, this is just not gonna function. So I ended up having to mute it. Baz and I are fine, but the game is just completely silent because otherwise it was just pain incarnate.
That sounds like some heartbeat and heartbreak.
Where are these?
Invisible. You have to get closer.
Ugh.
Last I saw, there was one roughly in this
Jesus.
area. Oh, hey, you found one.
Hi, Artemis.
It's pronounced Jesus, thank you. Look, Serge, it's very simple. If you want to find these guys, you just have to do the impossible, see the invisible.
Oh, there's clearly one that started its turn in this area.
I don't know about that. Looks like he's over there to me.
Idiot. I said started.
Oh, I don't have access to that.
Marder. Marder. Oh, that thing back there is almost dead, so I'm just gonna go stand over here. Hey, it's trapped. Cool.
I hate trips.
Hey, you guys remember that time we went to go watch, what was it, The Last Jedi, I think? In theaters? And we had that child behind us who wouldn't shut up the whole fucking movie?
I think so.
That sounds about right.
Ooh, you got strength trained.
Is that Anakin? No, you
Yeah,
stupid child. It's not fucking Anakin.
Also, shut the fuck up so we can watch the movie.
Also, I know this movie is trash, but would you mind shutting the fuck up? So
I still paid money to see
so
this
that I
shit.
can at least enjoy the cool light show of this lady suiciding herself with a spaceship.
Yeah.
Like, that scene was, like, pretty
That was
fucking
cool.
fire, like, to be fair. It was stupid as hell, but it was visually very striking. And that entire, like, duel on Crate with the sick-ass, like, red lines tearing through the, like, that shit was visually very good. It's a
Yeah.
shame the movie was hot trash.
Sergeant, I couldn't even watch the third one?
Rise of
We put it on, got about 5 minutes in, and I said, I'm done.
Somehow, Palpatine returned.
Rise of Skywalker was... I mean, I'll put it this
It was
way.
just the fucking...
It's...
The way they cut everything
No,
at the beginning,
yeah,
it was just like, oh my god, it was jarring.
It's still better than Phantom Menace. I'll give it that, though.
I like Phantom Menace.
I kind of like that one, yeah. It's kind of grown on me over the years.
See, episode 2 and 3 have grown on me, but Phantom Menace, just I could still do without that one. Except for Darth Maul. Darth Maul's cool, but like, and Liam Neeson. But like,
Those are at least redeeming features.
they don't save the rest of it, and they certainly don't save Jake Lloyd's performance as
Pick up this letter.
fucking
send it to
dickwad 10-year-old Anakin. Halfred, you're probably surprised that I'm writing, though no more surprised than me. You warned me of Thorm's malice. Yet I took up hammer and trowel to build that cursed tower. You warned me of coming war, yet I built the prison that would contain his foes. You warned me. I didn't listen. It's my deepest regret, and I must atone. I know more about the tower's construction than anyone, and possess innumerable tools and supplies besides. Gather your allies at last light, and let us devise a plan to infiltrate Moonrise. Ketheric plans for war. He expects to face halberds and staves in light of day. We will end him with a dagger to the back before he can so much as raise a blade. I don't expect you to forgive me, but I hope you'll try. Your brother, Morfred.
But is his brother less Fred?
No, his brother is half Fred.
Ah.
Or Halfred. Which I think is better, funnier to read as half Fred. Secret Societies of the Sword Coast. Exposed? I'm sorry, did you just put porn in my inventory?
Ew.
Harper's. The most well-known... Hello? The most well-known of the sword...
Rogue One was good. Sorry, I just saw Than's message.
Rogue
right when I
One
started
was not like a sequel trilogy, though. That was like a one-off, and they actually did a good job. Except for the kind of weird CGI on Grand Moff Tarkin, if you pay too much attention.
Well, it's how
It
they
is what
put
it
about
is.
It's one of the better new single quote listing movies, and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, in the Star Wars universe one, that was definitely one of the better ones. Yeah.
That, and, like, what's the other one that everybody, like, really, really liked? Was it, like, Andor?
Yes, people love the Andor series.
Andor and The Mandalorian were both very well liked until The Mandalorian shot itself in the balls.
Yeah.
Everyone else had that really cool new model of droid. The most well-known of the Sword Coast cabals, perhaps, but certainly not benign in its shrouded doings. My sources claim that those belonging to this mysterious faction abhor power, but if that's so, why do they not expose the revelations of their inquiries for the public good? Why, indeed, because knowledge is power, and the Harpers intend to keep both for themselves. The Shadow Druids weigh the life of a man against that of a sapling oak. Which do you value more highly? Ask a Shadow Druid the self-same question and be shocked by their answer. This dangerous group of utterly disregards intelligent life in favor of the life of plants and insects. Their perversion of the natural order leads them to plan and execute plots so dastardly that the mere description of one would leave you glancing sideways at your begonias.
BuzzFeed, is this you?
The Order of Clerd. The least known and accordingly most dangerous of the secret societies I've researched is the Order of Clerd. My sources tell me this shadowy conspiracy of murderers, mutilators, and tyrants regularly meet to plan the demise of any number of innocent citizens of our fair land. And what's more, they like it! Thank you, BuzzFeed. The Jark Justiciars. I shudder even to inscribe their name upon the purity of this page. I shall leave it at this. They worship Shar. And that makes them heathens.
Clerd.
The savages, savage. Wait, wrong.
Barely even human. Jake's Encyclopedia of Eels. Forward. No one wants to read about eels, eh? You stuck-up candlekeep gits can keep your books on magic and demons and celestial bodies. People are practical folk, and they want to read practical things. Can't make a pie out of stars, can you? No. Eels is important. Right, let's get one thing straight. Giant lightning eels? Not technically eels. They look like them, sure, and everyone calls them eels, but the shape of the head, the bone structure, you can't tell me that's the same as a giant moray. Now, where can you catch eels? Bloody everywhere. From Neverwinter to Elturel to Klimport, you can find an eel. But where do they breed, and how? Well, you probably heard the stories that they're just snakes that learn to swim, or they're baby leviathans, or they're underdark spies, but that's all bunkum. They breed in the Sea of Moonshay, I'm sure, and swim all over Faerun. And if those pricks in Candlekeep would give me the money to sail there, I'd be able to prove it. But no, they're too busy studying demon puzzle boxes and mumbling about whatever Alarundo said years ago. Bet Al couldn't tie a good fishing knot for nothing. book carries on like this for several pages before finally returning to the topic of eels. Don't cut me off. I want to read more of this dude's insane ramblings. Hold on.
About eels.
Yeah, no,
Man,
go
this
back.
book is starting to
Don't.
make me feel ill.
Fuck you. I wanted more. Oh, the actual discussion of where the actual hell do eels go to breed in the first place. Logbook 12, 1371. This hefty book is labeled 1371 and stamped with an elegant stag against a dark green background. Wait, is it the fucking Stannises? 6 Oktar. Sent 2 druids, some of the newer recruits up north. Villager has had 2 years of failed crops and unlikely to survive the next winter. 9 Oktar. A group from Baldur's Gate, trademark, arrived. They've set up camp on the edge of the forest. 2 bears and a fox came by. Their territory has been burned out. Half the fox's cubs died. Paying this new group a visit tomorrow. 10 Oktar. Visit did not go well. After telling me where to shove it, they said they'd cut down half the forest and burn out any wildlife that dared to stick around. Claimed they were going to farm the land and make a new city of their own. Time to get creative. 12 Oktar. Mudslide did the trick. Buried half their farming equipment and made the rest useless. They won't be back anytime soon. Got reports of a red wizard in the village south of here, sending 3 rangers to investigate. If they catch even a whiff of a red cloak, I'm contacting the House of Sylvanas. Oh, something in the basement of the tower's prison dungeon. It must be where they're keeping Dante's. Brought to the Shadowfell, which is a reflection of the world you're in, and a dark reflection too, rife with wickedness and twisted echoes and despair. By their raven queen, the Shadar Kai are elves. Not to be confused with the Urukai, very different things. The Urukai are also elves, technically. Not elves as you might find along the Sword Coast, but elves that reflect their home with their physiology and attitude. On the whole, they're cruel, nasty-minded people who are nonetheless singularly devoted to their queen and her domain of power. That domain is life and death, and in their wavering fealty to their mistress, the Shadar Kai, perform the thankless duty of ferrying the memories of the dead for her to admire in a kind of memory-based menagerie. Brought to the Shadowfell, which is a reflection of the world you're in, and a dark reflection too, rife with the wickedness and twisted echoes and despair, by their raven queen, the Shadar Kai. Wait, this is the same book. Why is it the same book? Whatever. The cultural analysis spent a good number of pages on Luskan. Tucked like a gold filling, or some would say a pus-filled abscess, at the mouth of the river Mirar, Luskan is the city of merchant princesses, swarthy bandit princes, and the most diverse, cutthroat, and fractured cabal of pirates on Toril. Torn into factions, these piratical groups are known as ships. Here, the book details each faction with a frankly dizzying attention to detail. The one point of interest is that the ship Kurth faction are in fact controlled by a secret mercenary company of drow. Here you find a rich history of the Kyanthar River. Evidently, it flowed through half a dozen settlements, more and more springing up over time, and the picture of this book evokes is that last is... What? The picture this book evokes is that lasts 100 years, one of barges drifting over the orange water under a burning autumn sky, and the barges smelling of cast wine, salt pork, and exciting spices. Less exciting spices like rosemary, which is still fragrant and nice, but altogether not terribly exciting. And children running barefoot by the banks, waving to the grinning, sweating sailors from their play among the river reeds. I feel like they missed a word in there.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be the picture.
That lasts the picture this book evokes is one that lasts 100 years. Yeah.
Alright, so I know some of you went on this side of the room during combat, but I don't know if you got close enough to this door to trigger a perception check. So if someone wants to, one at a time, hopefully with guidance on you, walk towards this to see if we can spot the hidden door that's over here.
This diary records the life of John Medellin.
I still have another book.
He suffered from lycanthropy, becoming a werebear. We've read this one before. I recognize this.
Okay.
Okay. That one is not new, as it turns out.
Bear. How bear?
Fair bear.
Everyone always asks where bear, but nobody ever asks why bear. Or
Care
how
bear.
bear. Or fuck bear?
Well, Karlak will find out later.
Maybe.
Whenever
Anyway.
we get to that point.
Come see if you can spot the hidden door.
I guess supposedly if he doesn't have standards, he'll be fine.
I can touch people now, because apparently that was a problem
Oh,
before.
baby.
Oh, baby.
Arkan's Horde.
A whole bunch of scrolls.
Heavy chest. Ooh.
Whole bunch of potions.
What does this button do?
It's a secret meeting room.
If we stay in here long enough, Karlak won't find us.
True story.
Uh-huh.
We're safe
Not
here.
like the map tells me where you guys are.
No, we're safe. You can't get in here. Ah, I did flip the lever on this side, but it didn't go fast enough.
Nice try.
Now we're gonna die in here.
Ooh, all the wine, thank you. Okay.
Clearly you have made a pact with the demon, because that is some unholy chair stacking right there. Did you just move those barrels
Yeah,
as a solid group?
Yeah, they're a
Yeah.
solid unit.
They're tied
What the
together.
fuck?
They're connected.
Oh,
Oh!
God!
Oh, he broke it.
I'm getting the fuck out of the demon room.
Justice. Oh my
I'm-
god.
I'm cask of Amontillado-ing the demon room.
Do.
Oh my god.
Indeed. Okay, so we do still have a couple more things to do before we go to Moonrise. We have show the loot to Art Cullah, sleepy dude in Last Light In.
I've
We
never
also
watched
still have-
Firefly and I've never watched Farscape. What the fuck
Wait.
are you doing, Sarge?
What? El, you've never seen Firefly?
I've never seen Firefly.
Oh my god.
I have also never seen Firefly.
You've no. What is going on in this group right now? What do you mean I am in the presence of two friends that have not watched Firefly? Sarge, don't you even fucking dare.
Sorry, Sarge,
don't I
you
dare
know you have
what?
to do it.
Just tell him that you haven't seen it either.
What, is that what he's upset about?
Yeah. Are you not paying any fucking attention?
My brain is a little bit fried and I've got a headache that is honestly fighting for control of my brain.
Oh, well, you're clearly
regards-
becoming a geek.
With regards to Firefly, I have seen the movie of Firefly, but I never got a chance to actually watch the series.
What the actual fuck?
Due to the fucked time slot that it had been on originally.
You watched season 2 before you watched season 1? Because that's what the movie is!
Basically.
Oh my
That's trying to get me to watch
god!
Serenity.
That's even worse!
Wow. I comment that at least I know what it is, but it's holy shit, it's worse. It's
Yes!
so much worse.
Yes, because you watched season 2 without watching season 1. That is decidedly worse.
I don't see how
Well,
that could possibly be an
excuse
issue.
me.
Especially considering what goes on in the movie.
I am a leaf on the wind.
Good. We'll leave soon. Yes, Mom.
Francis Natsu, I feel you, bro.
Look,
Thank
look
you,
on the
fan.
bright side here. At least we have a grave for the firefly.
It's not even worth leaving a response.
Well, especially since it was Grave of the Fireflies, so...
I
Yeah, it
know.
was plural.
I did a very small S at the end that did not get picked up.
Sorry I brought this up.
No, you aren't, Dan. This is amusing.
That's
for
okay,
ya.
Sarge hasn't seen Digimon, so...
Oh my god. It was fucking
Dreams
distorted,
shattered.
you whore.
He said dreams is shattered.
Yep.
Look, if it could be found somewhere online for free, sure, I'll watch it.
There's no way it's not available. You can pirate it from, I'm sure, a billion sources.
I'd prefer to just watch the anime for it.
I've only seen a little bit of Red Dwarf because it was at a weird time slot when I was growing up.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen any of that.
And Farscape, weirdly enough, I didn't get into it. I started watching it for a bit, but then it just didn't
Keep
gel
saying
with me at the
Daniel's
time.
name. He must know more. We need to rouse him.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. Its music might help restore him. Show it to him.
Look at what we've looted. Ooh, design-wise, that's kind of cool.
Dude just fucking explodes on the spot.
Daniel! He's still trapped there. He needs help.
Calm. Breathe.
Is on Amazon
You've been
and
trapped in the Shadowfell
YouTube.
for a century.
Okay.
Take a moment to clear your mind.
A century. You're Halsin. Daniel said to find you. You must help him, please.
I will, but I need to know where Thaniel is. If I venture into the Shadowfell blind, I will never find him.
I'm not sure I can put it into words. The landscape there shifts and changes.
When
Lavender. Whenever I saw Thaniel, I always smelled lavender.
Ah, the Yarmate version.
I can work with that. Rest now. Meet me by the lakeshore. I have what we need to proceed, but I'll need your help. Be ready. This may prove perilous.
Nah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
So, at the very least, I need a short rest before this to get my spell slots back. If y'all are getting low on spell slots in general, we should probably take a long rest before this.
I don't have spell slots, but I do have some abilities that won't come back unless I take a long rest.
I mean, I'm
Oh.
actually kind of good for at least one more major encounter.
Sarge, how you
On
doing
my
on spell
side.
slots?
I could use a short rest.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit the short rest button.
Put the wind back in
And
my
then now I
sails.
have both of my now I have both of my warlock spell slots back as well.
You saw rescue the tieflings?
Yeah, they're in Moonrise Towers. We haven't been there yet.
Correct.
Okay, where the hell... Helson, where the fuck did you go?
Over. Hold on. It's not exactly the right area, but it's over in that direction.
Oh, it's on the map now. I don't think it was when I asked the question, but it is now.
Running, we're running over there.
I would also recommend a save because I don't know if we've saved it all yet this session.
There, good enough.
That's a good question.
Wait. Oh. Hey, you can talk to the corpse of Fist Marcus over there. It doesn't look like we have.
Hmm.
Survival failed. Oh, is there a diggy spot over there?
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
The corpse regards you corpsely.
Orders of the General. Absolutes chosen.
Mm-hmm.
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
Well, that's not helpful.
Trusted me. Ketherick. Thorn.
Okay, yeah, I think we sort of knew that already.
Outside the inn. Buried near graveyard. She found out.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Uh-huh.
He's still unconscious. We need to rouse him. Is that so? Well, I happened to come across a giant spider corpse covered in succubus spit and... God damn it, rouse, not arouse, you moron. I know what I said.
You're here. Good. Now we can begin.
Yeah, let's do it.
Very well. Once I begin the ritual, a portal to the Shadowfell will open, one that will help me save Thaniel. Whatever happens, I must go alone.
So what are you doing?
Shouldn't I come with you though? We could go alone together.
No. This opportunity has been 100 years in the making. It has to be me. And only me. But I didn't bring you here to witness an old druid's grandstanding. You have a part to play in this, and I trust you will play it well. With the
Okay,
Oakfather's
so
blessing,
Karlach and the
I
White
can
is after
infiltrate the
Gilfs.
Shadowfell, but doing so will sap my strength. I
What?
need your help if I'm to return. I need you to stay here, keep the portal open until I return, and defend it at all costs.
Hold on. I remember hearing something about there being some kind of portal defense mission that you could cheese by just stacking a bunch of barrels on top of each other and standing behind them.
Oh, the barrels, I don't know. I've used Wall of Fire and just put a flying V around the staircase and just watch the enemies fry themselves on it.
Yeah, apparently if you just, like, get a fuck ton of boxes or barrels or whatever and just stack them one on top of each other in front of the area, like, nothing can figure out how to get through, and they can't figure out to destroy the boxes, so they just don't do anything.
Lol.
Having break. And for what it's worth, then I've watched a bit of Macross. Yeah.
Now it's important that only I pass through the portal once it opens.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
magic
yeah,
is
yeah,
fragile.
yeah,
Any
yeah.
mistake, and our one chance
That's
will
the
be
only
lost
bit of
forever.
Macross that matters, is that bit
took
from
me years of
Frontier.
study, of seeking the Oakfather's favor, to find a way to part the veil.
Ah, there's where I had it open.
Pray
Okay.
that this works.
And the reason why I said Gilf, my dear, is because he said he was an old druid. Since druids lived to, like, what was it?
No, he's an elf. He's an elf. That is what makes him live
Yeah,
for a lot
he's
longer
an
than
elf.
humans.
It's because he's a druid.
As soon as possible.
In
Stay
5e,
close to
there
the
was a
portal.
blurb in there
Buy
for
me
one
what
of the
time you can.
paths where a druid's lifespan increases once they reach level 20, as I recall.
He is an elf, though. That he
I'll protect this portal with my life.
I will protect this portal with Karlach's life.
She wants her gilf bear sex. I heard the noise from here, dear.
Not time. Double, bitch.
Go forth, Natsu.
I'm trying to figure out where I want to go, though. That's the...
Fourth.
Look, impale them with that shaft of metal just like a certain character did in Season 2 of Firefly.
God damn it.
Be a leaf on the wind.
Yeah, as opposed to doing something with a spaceship like they did in Season 1 of Firefly.
A warlock, then.
I mean, don't worry. It'll come out in the wash, right?
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm confused on what's going on here. Usually it is not... Yes, I know Natsu will just explode me. Here's the... For what it's worth, though, Bio, the thing that's confusing the shit out of me is normally I'm on the receiving end of this level of gaslighting, brain-breaking, just...
You have never once been gaslit in your entire life, Sarge. I know what you're talking about.
This is true. Maybe I'm self-victimizing.
That's...
Oh,
yeah.
come out in the wash? What the fuck? What do you mean, what the fuck, then?
You wounded me, so...
This is Sarge we're talking about.
I think I'm remembering the character name right.
You sure are. Call me a reaver, because I'm gonna run my fucking spear through you.
Shadow Cursed Harper.
I like this Shadow Cursed Pilgrim that only has 1 health.
But genuinely, it just confuses the shit out of me because normally I'm on the receiving end of this degree of shit. And right now, Natsu is just getting angrier and angrier because, like,
You have
how am I
never once
striking-
been on the receiving end of this degree of shit.
Bring me gutter and pull
Name
everyone
one
in.
time. You can't. It's never happened.
I feel like this has happened before every time I'm over for dinner with you and the parentals.
Not even once.
Maybe. And Natsu, you know, we love you.
I love Lamp.
Is that
I'm
your
plotting murder.
I know you're plotting murder. But you know, I only shit talk the ones that I love. I've learned that from Inu and his family. Oh, man, you wound us, Okay, that was a little gruesome. I forgot they screamed like that.
It's been cursed.
With burning to death.
To be honest, y'all botched it when you say you never seen Firefly, so he's with Natsu.
Here lies what about?
I'm sorry. That was
He's just setting you up so that you have to show art on
I
screen.
didn't think when it was on air, and I think that was when my dad was stationed on the ice cutter, and my mom didn't watch that stuff.
Wait a goddamn minute.
So. What do you mean, wait a god?
Waiting
Hunger
dogs.
of Hadar.
Uh-huh.
Hunger of Hadar can hurt the caster.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're standing in the
What a useless fucking spell.
That's a lot of enemies.
No, wait for you to finish your turn before I...
Hunger of Adar is like a great spell. You just need to not position it on yourself.
Hmm.
Name one time you've ever been given this much shit, Sarge. I mean, I'd say nearly every stream, but that would require that Sarge, let alone any of you, actually remember what happens on stream. When have we ever forgotten what happened on stream? I still remember that time that Sarge wouldn't stop winning at the goddamn fucking casino!
We can't keep getting away with this.
You can't keep getting away with it!
Deal with it, Tishbag, deal with it.
We did, by murdering you repeatedly. And then you just became Satan's favorite child. But it didn't
Never
matter
punished.
because
There's no Erd on stream.
it didn't matter because the rest of you put in all the work and I won the game. So
Yep.
I did nothing the entire game and I won. Like the absolute boss that I am.
That's what I get for not rushing the game. Instead, I was like, no, I want to go see if I can get the hero class, because it'll be fun to do it for once. Despite me having a fucking commanding lead at the front and being able to keep steamrolling the bosses back to back.
Shame you didn't invest a little bit more of that dough in your future, boy.
Damn it.
Uh-oh.
No!
Ow.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh is right.
Oh, we're in
Only
trouble.
somebody who
Someone
guessed,
come
you know,
along and burst our
Good
bubble.
shit.
Like motherfucking fireball?
Oh.
Yeah, those
These
shadow
these
things can't be
jackasses
pushed.
aren't flingable, huh?
Yep.
That's really quite annoying. I don't care. I'm not trying to knock them down. I'm just trying to deal one damage to them. It's fine. Do you have any vulnerable to radiant? Well, I can't do anything about that.
Go earn the Heo class, they said. It'll be fun to unlock it for once, they said. Well, look where that got me! Actually, we all said the opposite of that after you suggested the idea. I know!
Almost like Natsu is his own worst enemy.
I told you it'd be a bad idea, but you're like, oh yeah, man, it's a really good idea to go do it.
I don't know if I said it would be a good idea. I just said I wanted to do it for once.
And look where that got you.
That's what she said.
Choke, bitch.
Holy shit, I still have command prepared. Why the hell do I still have command prepared? I haven't used that shit in
Natsu,
forever.
I probably would and drop dead, and especially do it on stream for the content, but the wife would be a bit angry.
Sorry, what?
Thunder.
Okay,
Wait, why
I
are
take
you
it back.
encumbered?
Because I got strength drained.
Ah.
I take it back. She wouldn't be angry. She'd be upset that she would have to clean up the mess.
Don't use fire. Don't use lightning. Don't
What?
use cold. Don't definitely.
He talked
don't use
about dying
poison,
on stream for content via choking.
or thunder.
Don't
or
fucking do
acid,
that.
Or necrotic. Okay, so force and radiant and psychic are all viable.
Don't worry, y'all been doing fucking psychic damage to me all night.
Wait, are we all bards and basically using vicious mockery on you at this point?
Sure fucking feels like it.
Oh, just because I never watched that dumpster fire of Firefly.
Oh my god! I wondered when I heard the thud if it was just like, that's it, I'm fucking done. Oh my god.
Good job.
I kept my mouth shut on purpose.
You've definitely never been a bard. Shut up, Natsu, remember? True story. Actually, the thing with Fireflies, I don't remember... I actually just don't remember really thinking anything about it at the time.
If memory serves, it was a Whedon show, wasn't it?
I think so, but like at that point I hadn't seen Buffy either. Right? So like it didn't really do anything for me. It just didn't register. So I do remember people being like excited about it, but it was never something that like caught my interest particularly. And by the time it did sort of sound interesting, it was like quite deep into it, and I was like, eh. Like, it's tough to come into something like that later on, he says, having gotten into Doctor Who at the 50th anniversary, basically.
Uh-huh.
Anything else I can do right now?
And at this
I've done
point...
what I could to clear that part of the field.
And at this point, having, I think, literally seen every single episode of Modern Who. And about half of Classic.
Yeah, no, I also wasn't kidding when I had stated to Natsu that it's like, from what I remember, Fox truly fucked it over by putting it on in weird, always shifting time slots. Because I remember catching the very first episode of it, being interested, but then never being able to catch an episode. Oh, he's just talking to Violent Band. Got it. It just never was on at points where I could catch it. Then I saw the movie, but didn't realize that it was technically season 2. So genuinely, like, no bullshit. I had wanted to watch it. I just never got back around to it since Fox dicked it over hard.
It seemed to be the case with like a lot of shows. Where the
Yeah.
network was just like, this is the thing that people like, I think. Let's not ever do anything with it.
Like, I still remember watching a little bit of SWAT Cats, but never getting to see the end. But everyone says the ending of that is incredibly fucked up. Or something.
SWAT Cats? Is that like
Yeah.
Samurai Pizza Cats, but different?
Hold on. I actually have to go pull it. SWAT Cats, The Radical Squadron, 1993 to 1994 American animated television series produced by Hanna-Barbera Cartoon.
Okay, it's a cartoon. I think I might have like a vague recollection of this then.
2 seasons.
Well, that's not gonna help. Like when I was a kid, seasons didn't mean anything. Episodes were all like
Do you vaguely remember anthropomorphic cats flying a jet?
Like super duper vaguely.
That would be SWAT cats.
I don't know if I swear I remember there was some show where like a cat or a dog or like some kind of house pet was like some sort of detective or something.
That kind of tickles something memory-wise, but I couldn't put my finger on.
Yeah, no, I know it's so far, like so long ago, and has been out of mind for so long. Like, at least with the whole like remembering that there was a show that was like a ship captain who had a button to summon Godzilla or whatever. Like, I remembered that one for so many years and could not figure out what the hell it was until I eventually realized it was, you know, the Godzilla Power Hour or whatever.
Yeah, because I remember there was an animated series that picked up after the 1990 whatever the fuck it was movie with Broderick. I remember watching some of that.
Yeah, like it was a cartoon, and like you had this guy who was like captain of a ship. He had a button, he could summon Godzilla, and then that's also the same series where like you had the Godzilla and Godzuki bit that was part of it, where you had like the
Oh yeah, Godzilla and Godzuki too. Yeah. Oh god, that made me remember something that I thought had been completely just buried. Ah.
But I was like, oh yes, I do remember that block of Zilia too. Yeah.
Yeah, for what it's worth, Natsu, because I'm assuming you're still listening to stream. Genuinely, it is something that I've meant to get back to, much like, no joke.
Wait, do I have?
I know I still need to watch Buffy. For
Wait,
what it's worth,
do I?
the wife has tried to get me to watch it, and I know from Inu and
I have
Willow.
all of Buffy and all of Angel on DVD out in the living room.
Oh shit, I
know.
forgot I got Bardic Inspiration back on short rest. I was like, I was out of Bardic Inspiration. How do I have access to cutting words?
That's why I said you have.
You know,
That's why I've stated you have tried. It is not a failure on your part. It is just me not going after it for some reason. I can't articulate why.
So I've seen a lot of Buffy. I don't think I ever quite. I think I made it to like season 5 or so, and then like time got in the way, and I never got around to finishing it. But I haven't seen any of Angel. I mean, more Cordelia, I guess, would be fun, but like, of the two, it just seemed less enticing to me personally.
Oh, by the way, Inu, I was wrong when we were in the office about the type of tarot cards. It's a different series that Willow should enjoy that we found tarot cards for.
Sarge.
Yes. I didn't
Good
say
job.
everything.
Sarge.
Oh, shove it. Just take your turn, dear.
If anything, the good news is that she's probably too busy dealing with prep for tomorrow to actually be paying any form of attention tonight. And God knows she doesn't go back and watch VODs. So, you're probably fine, but like...
Yes. I think getting wise, my brain is honestly half fried at this point.
I don't want to hear it. At least you've been allowed to work on things that aren't exactly one thing for like 2 weeks now.
Printing. Printing. Printing of info that shouldn't be printed from unmanaged printers.
Action. not having any form of like damage option to throw around as like a bonus action is sort of a problem right now, but Wishbone wasn't a cartoon though. Like dominantly anyway.
Like, one of the things that keeps rolling through my brain is Inspector Gadget, but that would not fit with
No, that's I would not forget Inspector Gadget.
I'll get you next, Inspector Gadget. Yeah, because it was Penny and Brain, was it?
Yeah.
Was the dog's name? Someone's fighting Foodons a bit. Metabots. God, Metabots I never got to really finish.
Metabots. Wait, is that the one I'm thinking? That might be the one I'm thinking of. Hold on. Let's see if I can find like actual.
It is a good thing it's always safe.
Yeah.
Jace and the Wheeled Warriors. That one doesn't ring an immediate bell for me?
There's a couple of possibilities that I'm finding that could have been it. And now I'm just trying to see if I can like find a, you know, like a smoking gun that just says like, yeah, that's the one that you remember. I feel like the one that I'm thinking of might be the Mumbly cartoon show, maybe? It's an old Hanna-Barbera like series from like the mid to late 70s.
If I did see it, that must have honestly put me on like an older rerun chunk either with.
Well, yeah, same, right? But like the
When I would have seen that kind of a block.
well, it would have run on Cartoon Network on like Saturday mornings and stuff back in the day.
Yeah, it had to have been.
But like the thing that's like sticking out to me is like the dog, like the detective dog in the trench coat is like, it feels very familiar. There's also Sherlock Hound from around the same time, but that was like a Japanese series.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I need to actually pull an image of the Mumbly cartoon show. I might know a little bit where I immediately recognize that from.
Well,
It
I
might
know.
not be from the show.
Well, I know the character in it is modeled after the dog from Wacky Races.
That's probably where it is, because I vaguely remember that wheezing.
Yeah, he's
I can't even do it anymore.
he's
Fuck.
modeled after. Did Dudley was it? I don't remember.
Not Dudley Do Right. I think I know the one you're referring to, yeah. Something Dastardly, maybe?
No, Dick Dastardly was the guy that drove the car.
Right, and then...
Muttley, that's the
Muttley.
one. Thank you, Bio.
Thank you, Bio. And thank you, Than. Yeah, that's probably where I'm thinking of what you're describing as mostly from Wacky Racers. Oh god, we're going down memory lane. Anybody remember Transformers Beast Wars?
Yeah.
I try.
I remember that.
I try not to.
Oh god, this makes me think. I haven't watched Captain Planet in ages. I don't know if I ever saw all the episodes.
Well, he is a hero, you know.
Yeah.
You didn't know he's gonna take pollution down to 0.
Oh, good lord.
Yeesh. What a mess.
This Calson really should know better than to expect Karlak to not screw everyone over. I don't feel like Karlak is responsible for this.
Yeah. This is definitely not a Karlak thing. There's so many bodies I'm having a hard time finding. Target clear. You whore bag. Yep. You gotta drink again, Than. She made a noise.
Oops.
Alright, for what it's worth, if we end up having to redo this fight, I want to pull
If.
out I said if.
If.
We have one turn left.
We have 2 turns left.
We just have to keep the portal up, don't we?
Yes.
I was going to say, I would like to basically start pulling the stash of barrels I have from camp and set up a minefield. Also, I see what time it is, so it's also a question of redoing it tonight.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
Yeah, I figured that wasn't going to be viable. I'm not allowed to heal the portal.
Kind of makes sense.
I also cannot cast Sanctuary on the portal.
Cool. All right. Well.
There's only one solution.
And it is.
Well, Sarge,
Yeah.
do you remember back when we were... back when we would, you know, play Magic, and I would get to a point where it was clearly inevitable that I was going to lose. And I would just intentionally kill myself. So that whoever I was playing against didn't get the satisfaction.
Yep.
He's dead. No chance of lifting the curse now.
Well, we got...
Apparently Karlak's inspired.
Karlak's inspired. Thanks, Karlak. Yep, going out on my terms. You fucking would be. Sounds about right, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna make a proper save. Rather than just the quick save that we had.
Hello there.
Oh, hi again, Natsu.
Hi.
Hi.
Why wouldn't Karlak be inspired by team killing fuckery of that magnitude? Yeah.
Exactly.
True
Jesus
story.
fucking Christ.
So, as a question, can I pop back to camp long enough, get a few barrels, and put like 3 down where we notice they seem to be coming from? Which look to be like roughly here initially, here-ish, and then up here. So at least I know where to start placing them on the field.
Like, honestly, what we might want to try to do is just, like, grab as many boxes and barrels and shit as we can find. And just make a fucking wall.
Let me...
Well, you still have to talk to Marcus again. And also, I gave you a very good answer to this that you didn't use, which was Wall of Fire.
Yeah.
I don't have access to it in my Warlock form.
I don't have access to it at the moment.
What do you... You're a wizard, aren't you?
Yeah. What's the spell level on it?
4?
Yeah, I have no 4th level spell slots available.
I did say that we should potentially take a long rest depending on how your spell slots are looking.
Yeah, my spell slots are fine.
No, they're not, because I said Wall of Fire, and
Yeah,
you have
after
no 4th level spell
that.
slots. And also, I'm pretty sure you have scrolls that do Wall of Fire, considering you have most of the scrolls for the entire party.
I have a scroll of Burning Hands. There's probably... There might be a Wall of Fire in here. Firebolt. Fireball.
Even Fireball would have been great. They were clustered up.
Yeah.
Wall of Fire appears to be... Oh, no, there it is. It's like way down at the bottom of the list.
So I've definitely got barrels to work with. I can apparently only pull them 2 at a time, though, annoyingly.
Well, I don't think we necessarily want to use smoke powder barrels for it.
I mean, there's fire wine. That's part of why it's like,
Well,
I could grab a...
My point was that
like
the
regular
exploding barrels, I don't know would be the... Because like,
Well, that's what I was talking about, using
really
the
the
minefield
point of the
farther out.
wall is just to make it harder for stuff to get to the portal, like physically speaking. Because they'd have to like get past the wall in order to run up to it to melee it. Like some of the ranged enemies, they can still shoot through the, like they can still shoot through the barrels and such, but like. Because apparently, right, like if I target, you guys aren't nearby to see it, but if I target like the space behind this barrel here, I will just shoot through the barrel without hurting the barrel. So I can shoot at stuff behind it without breaking the barrel itself by shooting through it. So just doing that sort of thing is not like viable to stop the archers. Oh, yeah, it's... I mean, like, hey, Halson, just chill for a sec. We need to just absolutely surround you in boxes. Trust me, it'll keep you safe. Did we actually learn anything of value from talking to Marcus? I don't know if we did.
He gave a location for some kind of stash that he has.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was like near the graveyard or something. But he also said she had found it, so it might not be there. I'll run through it again just for like...
Outside the inn. Outside the inn. Very near orders. I'm Batman.
Easy there, Christian Bale.
Captured. Enlightened. Trusted.
So, Natsu, as a question, how many boxes and barrels do you recall seeing being used to make an effective barricade?
I don't fucking know. That's not my strategy.
Oh, I thought you had watched a video on it. Was it just a text thing that somebody had...
No, that was me that mentioned that.
Oh.
And it was a fucking lot.
My wall was the wall of fire.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
Because wall of fire does a lot of damage, and they have to run through it to get to the portal, and most of them are melee, which lets you just deal with the ranged jackasses in the back on your own. With someone like Karlak, who runs up and goes, "Hi, dead. Hi, dead."
Or hi, whiff. Hi, murders her comrade.
Comrade, I think you mean target-rich environment.
Comrade.
Well, she is red. She definitely says the word comrade.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely says the word comrade. No questions about it. Oh yeah, Bio also makes a fair point. Yeah, if Wall of Fire goes where we intend it to and doesn't just clip through the floor.
Fair.
And decide it's doing bullshit instead of assistance. But, that sounds like a next time problem, frankly.
Well, give me 1 second, just drop a pile near at least here, and then hit me with one more save.
And we've also got, like, nearby barrels and stuff that we could just drag
That's actually what I'm doing, is I'm just dragging them closer.
Hey, by the way, Sarge, speaking of, there's a Firewine barrel just hanging out over here for your collection.
Yeah, I was gonna go put the explosive ones back to my camp stuff. So I'm gonna go grab that. Yeah, let me go grab
But
that. You'll notice
but what I've seen is people building like. So I guess if you only do like one tile thick, the enemies are smart enough to know they can like attack their way through it. But if you do 2 tiles, like if you just do 2 rows of like barrels or whatever, they just don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, row, fight power. It, and I don't feel like aggroing the camp.
Sorry? What?
If I pick up the 1 fire barrel out in camp, it apparently treats it as stealing, and I do not feel like aggroing the entire camp.
What? Why would it be stealing?
I don't know.
I mean, you already had it, didn't you?
If we're talking about the one in the middle of the camp here, no.
When you say the camp here, I don't know where you are. Are you at our camp or are you?
I think he's talking about Last Light.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's me.
I thought you'd been like at camp.
Oh yeah, I went to
Like,
camp originally,
getting
picked up a couple barrels.
barrels and stuff out of storage, and you were putting those back.
Yeah, I moved 2 that I had pulled originally when you were telling me, not like smoke powder barrels or other stuff. I've just been pilfering every free non-explosive barrel and making a pile closer to the housing so we know what we're working with.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the easier ways to like go about doing something like that, right? Might be to like grab all that shit and throw it to camp, and then put it from the camp chest, have someone in camp like sending the barrels to people who are here to like build the wall rather than having to like transport them all slowly.
I'm gonna laugh when you go through the entirety of building the wall only to watch them not give a fuck about the barrels.
Yeah, they could have patched it. It's certainly possible. Oh, you're still working on whatever you're doing, right, Sarge?
Yeah, I was just collecting stuff that's not going to be anything of any
Cool.
significant change, so...
Yeah, so I know I mentioned this on, like, at the end of stream on Sunday as well. Willow's out of town this weekend, so Stay Night is on pause for this week. Which is a shame, because we just actually got to the bit that wasn't the prologue.
Sounds about right then.
And into the Shiro bits. And we hadn't even gotten to Baber yet. But there's still gonna be something happening on Sunday. I don't know. I still don't know for sure what yet. If like nothing else happens between now and then, and like nothing more attractive, comes along, it's very likely just gonna be me doing more Sparking Zero stuff because I have so much work to do over there. And with any luck, I'll be past that godforsaken like set of 2 optional missions that have had me stalled for absolutely ever.
Just play Sparking, you coward.
I mean, the difference here the real question becomes like, do I just work on like story shit, or do I try to force multiplayer shit somehow? Because I mean, the game is out properly now. I think it came out properly today. I've had it for like 3 days now, but I think its official launch date was today. I'm sure as hell not doing online, because fuck randos. Randos don't obey the rule of cool.
I found at least a bunch so far, and have made a conspicuous pile for futzing with, so...
A conspicuous pile, you say?
Yeah, I'd say just hit me with a save and we'll figure out what to do, I guess. But later.
Hit you with a save. I'm not sure there's a mechanic by which I can physically hit you with a save in this game, but I will save the game.
That works.
So, next time, probably more VG3, unless, I don't know, something happens.
Catastrophe.
Catastrophe. And then the week after next is going to be fun because I will quite possibly be very tired for that stream because I will have just gotten back from travel myself that day. Like, I'll be here. I will definitely be here, but it's like, oh boy. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So next time, probably more BG3 and very probably Sparking Zero in some form on Sunday. And since Monday is a holiday for us, right, Serge?
For you and I, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I thought so. Since Monday is a holiday, there's a very real chance that I just get carried away and forget to pay attention to time and just play for like way longer than normal stream because I'm doing fucking BT4 shit. Game is great, by the way, Bio. Like super good. Feels very much like Budokai Tenkaichi. Although the controls, the controls, I'm struggling to figure out what I want to do with it. Because they have classic controls, which is what I've dominantly been doing, but transforming and being able to switch characters sucks on classic controls. So I'm using like the modern controls for that, and the modern controls are basically Xenoverse 2 controls. But I'm also thinking of maybe swapping over my special activation to the Xenoverse controls because I keep misinputting on the alts. So I could kind of avoid that if I swap it over. So that might be of benefit as well. But I definitely like the control schema in general more for like the original thing where jump and charge are where I expect them to be and block isn't on a fucking shoulder button. But you can like fully customize the entire controller layout, which is neat, even on like console. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, that's next time. So till then.
Goodbye.
Doodles.